We saw that on film. You'll get used to it. Maybe you don't get used to it. You don't like it. Well, I think hey, I'll take the blame as long as I know that I didn't do it.
And that's, so now, can you hear me? I'm hearing you here. I don't know that I'm hearing you in my headset. Should be that one. Or is it this one? Go ahead. Try that. No, I'm hearing you here. I'm not. Are you hearing me through your headset? Okay. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Oh.
Okay. What are we getting now?
That's different. Okay. So you can hear me nice and clear.
I'm still not getting you through my headphone. Are you getting me through your headphone?
Not now.
Okay.
Something happened. It was.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So that level needs to be up a little bit higher there.
Okay. All right. Now, can we still adjust this a little bit?
That's going to take. Yes, that's going to be our output.
Okay. All right.
So. So we should be live now.
Yeah.
So, Slater Nation, welcome to Thomas LaPlaca Field. It's a beautiful Friday night here for Fairhaven football. I'm Jack Adams, here with Coach Dennis Perry. Coach, beautiful night for football. Should be a good football game.
It's just a nice early fall, even though it's not fall yet, but it's going to be a little bit cooler, and it's going to be a nice night for football.
So the Cougars of Mount Mansfield Union High School are in town. They come in with a record of 1-0. They went to MAU, always a tough trip to go to MAU. Lost down there. Then last week they got a nice win against North Country. Was speaking with Coach Reed Rando prior to the game. He was really happy to get that win under their belt early. They went 7 weeks last year before they got their first win, but he was really happy to get that win last week. So they come in with some confidence.
Yeah, well, it's always great to get that first win. Slaters, on the other half, are 0-2. They lost to their opening night. That was really good Hartford team. They played them tough for up to 2 minutes in the third quarter, and they got wore down. Last week it was a tough loss to Linden, but they had their chances and just couldn't finish. But so they're hoping to get on the winning side tonight.
Talked with Coach Adam Perry before the game. He felt pretty good. He said there was more good than bad in that first week against Hartford. Hartford coming down from Division I, going to be one of the top teams in the division already. A great program for a long time. Coach Matt Trombley has a really good program there. Adam was happy with how they played. They did play them, as you said, really tough until like 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. They had a number of injuries, losing some key people, but they played tough and against a really good football team.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I was impressed how they battled them toe-to-toe actually through the first half and then into the third quarter. And then when Hartford scored their second touchdown, things kind of unraveled. But yep. they had lost their best player in the first half, and I think they were kind of searching for some leadership there. But I'm sure they're going to rebound and give us a good effort tonight. And
then they went to Linden last week, as you said, without Sam Cahill, that top player that you were talking about. He had an ankle sprain, but he's dressed and ready to roll tonight as we look on the sideline. Captains have convened at midfield. I think if I saw it correctly, Slaters are going to be getting the ball. The Fairhaven Marching Band, under the direction of Samantha Adams, is coming onto the field to play the national anthem. We have a minute or two before they're ready, Coach. Again, a tough loss.
It was a tough loss, and they, like I said, they had their chances late in the game there to take the lead, and it just didn't materialize. And so they kind of, left Linden with a little, salt in their wounds. So.
Yeah, Coach said they were down a little bit. That they were. They're more worried about the 0-2 than he is worried about the 0-2. They feel a lot of pressure having to maintain that record's been built over the past few years, but they had a great week of practice and they're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. Well, it's always tough when you're defending state champions. It'll come out, and if you go 0-2 with they're kids, and they're going to feel the pressure.
And now the Fairhaven Band with our national anthem. Another nice job by the Fairhaven Marching Band.
Yeah,
Director Samantha Adams.
It's always good to have the band here at a football game. Cheerleaders and the band, brings out a better atmosphere, I believe. And so it's always good to see in there.
And it looks as though the numbers have increased from last year. Certainly the cheer squad has a nice, strong number. Coach Dillon has a nice program that he's building there, both indoor and in the fall. Ladies commit to a lot of work, don't get appreciated as much as they should sometimes.
No, they don't, but they do a great job. And they put a lot of effort in them. I watched them last week warming up on the sideline, just like the football, doing their stretches and their warm-up. So they take it seriously.
So as I thought I saw, Slaters are going to receive the ball.
And it looks like they are.
They've got number 4 is Mason Gotel. Number 6 is Caleb Long. And number 33, pardon me, is Colin Boudreau back deep to receive.
And Colin is a freshman, and he's looked pretty impressive early in the season. He had a little miscue last week on a punt return that hurt the Slaters, but he rebounded and he returned some nice balls for him. So he's pretty explosive for a freshman. And hopefully he'll just get better.
Number 54, Grayson Hebert's going to tee it up to kick off for the Cougars. I want to thank Joe Howard right at this point. Joe covered for me for the first game against Hartford. I wasn't able to make it. Little short kick. It's going to be fielded short by number 9. That's Derek Webb. Makes a nice little spin move, finds some opening. Down the sideline, nice tackle in the open field. That was number 0, Mike Alston, for the Cougars making the tackle. Really nice return by Derek Webb.
Yeah, that was
short kick. Came to the middle, then cut it back to the left side, found a nice opening. And so now the Slater offense has a very short field.
That's a good start. And I was impressed that he didn't panic. He fielded the ball. And sometimes these up men will panic and kneel on it. He took it up and started to see if he could get some yardage. And it turned out to be a nice return.
Jackson Beckwith, number 62, the center, leads the Slater line out. Cody Adams turns and hands it off to Caleb Long. Off to the left side. Finds about 6 yards inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good hard run. He's a tough runner. You know, he's another one of these weight room rats that built his body up pretty good for over the off season. So they're looking for big things out of him.
Slater offensive line is 68, Tanner Raymond. Number 69 is Porter Silva. Beckwith the center. Number 55, Tommy Buxton. Snap goes back to Adams in the shotgun. Gives it again to Long, lowers his shoulder, drives in for a first down.
And it's a first down. So that's a good start for the Slaters. Good field position. They're opening up with 2 early good plays.
Cody Adams has Brady New, number 0, out on the right wing. Number 46 is Jonathan Hutchins over there on the wing. Brings Gutel in motion, pitches it to him to the right, gets a nice lead block out there by Long around hits the corner. Finally pushed out of bounds by number 8 for the Cougars. That's Isaiah Streeter, but he's down inside the 10.
Oh, great run. A nice sweep, little toss sweep there to your wide receiver. And they like to run. I've watched them the last 2. That's one of their bread and butter plays, and it worked well there.
Gutel brings it down to just the 10-yard line, so the Slaters are looking at 1st and goal. 10:47 to go in the opening period. This is the opening drive. Adams under center, sends Hutchins in short motion, hands it off to Caleb Long. He's going to be down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line, following that nice lead block by Hutchins. Nice hole there, opening up by the line.
That 46, that's the guy you want to run behind. He's big and strong, and he's a good runner too. You'll see he's going to get some touches, but he's the guy you want to follow into the line.
And coming into the season, the experience that they lost from the offensive line from last year, a great group of leaders, great group of football players. This group is learning a lot. Adams turns, hands it off to Hutchins. He drives in for the touchdown.
Well, speaking of John, he just showed a nice 4-yard power run and got the Slaters on top. Yeah, that was Coach Perry's biggest concern in the offseason and coming to the start of the season would be to rebuild the offensive line. So, so he's got a bunch of new faces out there, and they've done a pretty decent job early. So hopefully things will just get better for them.
Coach talked about it being kind of a little bit thin on the offensive line, which is not something you want to have, and then have Seth Zahar go down in that first game against Hartford. He's going to be out for a little bit more. Beckwith is going to be the snapper here to Anthony Szabo. Sets it down for New. New drives it through the uprights. And just like that, Slaters go up 7-0, taking advantage of the short field on the nice return of the kick. So with 10:10 to go in the first period, Slaters are up 7-0, exactly the way Coach Perry would have wanted to start that. Would you agree, Coach Perry?
That's the way you draw it up on paper. When everything works, that's the way you like it. So, yeah, no, I'm sure they're pleased with that because they've struggled a little bit to put points on the board in the first 2 games and move the ball consistently. So that was just a nice opening drive.
It's about a 30-yard drive in about 6 plays. Mixing it up, nice run by Guttel on the sweep. Caleb Long, Jonathan Hutchins pounding up the middle. Nice mix of plays by the Slaters. And so now Brady Newell will tee it up to kick off for the Slaters. Number 0 is Michael Alston deep for the Cougars. Alston, once they get the ball, is going to be somebody to watch. Ran for 8.2 yards a carry last year. Ran for last week against North Country, had 160 yards plus on 20 carries. Real nice running back.
Yeah, and he's back there all by himself, so he must be, the go-to guy. They're just going to try to sphinx. And I watched him on film a little bit. He has speed, he's strength, and he's a nice runner. He runs the ball good. So.
Cougars had a nice win against North Country last week. Coach Rando talked about how this group is a resilient group. I asked him, what's the most important thing you learned about your team so far? New's kick hits the ground, rolls, scooped up by Alston on about the 15-yard line. Finds some room to the right side, tiptoeing up the sidelines till he finally goes out of bounds. Brings it out to about the 35-yard line, so the Cougars will take over.
That was a nice return right there. Yeah, he showed he's got wheels. Nice little move, cut it to the outside, and he picked up a nice gain. So they're getting fairly decent, good starting position. Their opening possession.
Kicked away from it, did a nice job fielding the ball. So the Cougars now with their first possession of the game. Their offensive line is number 54, Grayson Hebert. Number 52 is, can't read my own writing, Tyler Scott as the guard. Nicholas Nadal is the center. David Kilner and Gabriel Morales are the guard and tackle on that left side. Handoff goes up the middle to Mr. Alston, his first carry of the night. Going to be stopped at the line there by the Slater defense. The Cougars quarterback is number 10, James Kafori McGee, just a sophomore. Nice looking young quarterback, gets the ball out quickly. He's got Alston in the backfield with him. Got 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Quick pass comes out to number 3. Quickly swarmed by a gang of Slaters.
That was a nice throw, a nice possession throw there. He wasn't looking downfield, just trying to throw underneath. And number 3 is his favorite target, but he's a nice big, if you can see, he's a nice big tall target. So he'll be the guy he wants to go to if he wants to throw the ball.
That's Nathan Fulham. Caforio McGee also has his brother, Jake, play out at the wide right. He's got, again, 3 to the left now, 1 to the right. Quick out, goes to number 1. That's Jake Caforio McGee, brother to brother on the connections. Into Slater territory, pushed out of bounds at about the 48-yard line, so the Cougars move the chains.
Again, just a nice possession throw. Didn't try to do too much with it. Nice little out there, just enough to get the first down. Well, this has got a nice little drive going here.
And that's what Coach Adam Perry talked about, seeing him on the film. He's solid. He gets the ball out quick. He makes the right decision. Nice to see a sophomore doing that. Out of the shotgun, hands it off to Alston. He's going to be stopped that time. That's Mr. Jonathan Hutchins coming from the linebacker position to stuff that for a loss of about a yard. Slater defense.
Yeah, Slater's up front have been pretty consistent. They did a good job last week, and against Hartford too, until late in the third quarter into the fourth quarter. But Hartford was good, and they can wear you down.
Slaters have Caleb Long and Aiden Wilkins. Sorry about the poll, Coach. At the defensive ends, Porter Silva and Jerry Kirby are the defensive tackles. Another nice quick throw from Caforio McGee to Caforio McGee. That's another first down, brought down at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's still a nice, just a little sit-down route there. Number 1 just come out, ran a little sit-down curl, and he put the ball right on the numbers. Nice-looking play. This quarterback, I'm impressed early with him. He's pretty smooth. Doesn't try to do too much with it. Gets the ball out of his hands quick.
Slater linebackers are number 35, Anthony Zabo, and 46, Hutchins. Again from the shotgun, Caforio McGee. Again, to his favorite target so far. Picks up about 5 yards. Tackled there by the Slaters. Brings up second. Call it 7. I'll make it 6 for the Cougars. As they're driving right, they're trying to respond to the Slaters' drive. Caforio McGee again in the shotgun, has Alston to his right. Quick pitch out to Alston, plants his foot, cuts back against the grain. Nice cut, going to be tripped up there. Anthony Zabo got the hand out there to trip him up, or that could have gone the rest of the way.
Yeah, that was a big gain, saving tackle.
Nice plant of the foot and cut back on that by Alston.
Yeah. But still, it turned out to be a nice little run for them, and their opening drive's been pretty smooth.
Slater defensive backfield, Bryson Kelly, number 3. Mason Gutell is number 4. Derek Webb in the center, number 9. Handoff again, there's to Alston, but nothing doing there. Jerry Kirby fires up the middle, nice play. Coach Perry had some praise for Mr. Kirby, kid who got in the gym, put some weight on, put some muscle on, stormed up through.
And he ended up scoring their first touchdown of the season last week as they blocked the punt. He fell out in the end zone, so he was.
There you go.
So he's been a nice, pleasant surprise.
Yep. So that brings up now 4th down and 5 for the Cougars. Slater's looking to stall this drive if they can. Caforio McGee drops back, checks it, pumps, and he's going to be taken down. There's Kirby again, and number 69, Porter Silva, finally meeting at the quarterback.
Yeah, well, that was a cancel. They had pretty good coverage on him that time because he was ready to pull the trigger there, and he did. And that was he made a good choice there, but they were able to get to him. So.
Another thing both coaches talked about, young Mr. Caforio McGee, is he makes good decisions with the ball.
Well, I think he just made one there. That might have been, that could have been picked off if he threw it. So sometimes you're better off lived for another day.
So the Cougars put together a drive, but are not stopped by the Slaters. Handoff to numbered 1, Sam Cahill, comes around the right-hand side. Nice block on the corner from Caleb Long. That's going to pick up about 7 yards, bring up 2nd and 3 now for the Slaters.
Well, having Sam back in the backfield there, part of your offense, is probably a relief for not just the coaching staff, but his fellow players, because they look for Sam to make things happen.
And Coach Perry talked about that, how it uplifted everybody to have Sam on the field. He's just a presence, and he's a talent. And nice little throw by Cody Adams, gets that out to Gotell. Fights his way for about 4 yards and a first down.
Well, then again, nice little possession throw. Don't try to do too much of it. They sent Sam out on a nice wheel route there, so he's going to pick up some coverage, and that just opens up underneath. And that was just a good throw, good catch. And like I say, don't do too much with it. You got the first down.
Mason Gutell played a lot of good defense last year, but he's really come along and adding to the offense this year. A nice tough run there, nice catch and tough run there. Gutell goes in motion. Adams, quick throw out and a little slip screen. They like that play. There's Derek Webb, finds a hole. Mr. Alston's going to trip him up, though. That's a nice catch and run. Nice job bringing him down, saving the tackle by Alston. But that's going to pick up 35.
35 yards, and that's nice slip screen. They like to use that quite a bit, and that was nice throw, nice run.
Nice job getting north and south by Derek Webb, getting up the field.
Yeah. He didn't dance around too much. He just got on his horse and up the field.
So the Slaters now have the ball 1st and 10 from the Cougars 16-yard line. It's going to be a fun night if this happens all night, Coach. Oh, nice little handoff to Long on the counter. Going to be stopped in the backfield, breaks that first tackle, tries to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Can't quite get there. Nice little counter, sending Sam to the motion on the right, coming back to Long.
Yeah, I think that play is designed to be a run a little bit more inside the tackles there, and he got outside just a little bit too much on that. Nice defensive play, though.
Number 23, Alexander Lovelace, they did a nice job, good penetration.
Nice.
They stop that in the backfield and wait for the rest of the Cougars to come. Gutell again in motion. Adams from the shotgun. Throws out to, there's Sam Cahill in the corner. Boy, he throws a nice ball.
He throws a nice ball, and he's really comfortable throwing it to Sam, too. And I think he struggled the first 2 weeks there. They didn't have Sam, so he struggled a little bit.
Oh, we have
illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure is going to bring that back. I'm not sure I see where the it's flag's on the far side. Beautiful play, all for naught. So we'll do it again. And that's, again, something that Coach Perry talked about last week. They couldn't finish things. They were making little mistakes like that. Just cleaning up the little things, the pre-snap penalties. Actually, both coaches talked about that, and they're high school players.
High school, yeah.
In the third game of the season, so a lot of kinks still getting worked out there.
Yeah, when you put somebody in motion, they have a tendency to turn upfield a little bit too quick before the snap. And I don't know if that was, I'm not sure if that was called, but I know it can happen a lot. And
so now here the Slaters 2nd and 15. Adams under center, fakes the pitch out to Gutell. He's going to throw that over the other way to Sam Cahill. So if it didn't work that way, let me check the field. Don't see any flags. If it didn't work to the other side, let's try it this way, Coach.
Yeah, well, that's looks, and Sam is starting to, this is why he's the guy they like to go to. It's paying dividends having him back in the starting lineup.
I think Coach Perry, I think he Lou Holt to me a little bit, if you understand my reference. He told me he wasn't sure Sam was at 100%, that he was good to go, but he wasn't at 100%. But that sure looked pretty good. Yeah, nice handshake and smile from Mike Finnegan. I'm sure the two of them spent a lot of time together over the past 2 weeks.
Mike's an amazing guy. He can, if he can get somebody back on the field, Mike can do it. And he's done it over the years. He's brought a lot of them back to the field earlier than expected.
So Jackson Beckwith over the ball, snaps it back to Anthony Szabo. Brady New's kick again is through the uprights.
And I don't know if you noticed the first 2 attempts, there wasn't much of a rush from the Mansfield's defense, and there's a reason for that. So.
Yep. If we get to that special situation with Coach, we'll talk about a great thing Coach Rando's been doing for a player on his squad.
He deserves a big medal for what he's doing for that when we get to it. I think it's awesome.
We might as well talk about it now. There's a young gentleman who plays on the Mansfield team. His name is Max White. A physical condition precludes him from having contact. And so he wanted to be on the team. He's a good kicker. And so Coach Rando is very happy to have him on his squad. He's only able to kick. He won't kick off. He won't put himself in any kind of harm's possible way. If they get to the situation where there's an extra point, Coach Rando and Coach Adam Perry have become good friends as they've been working, both second-year coaches. And so they came to an agreement that if they get an opportunity to get young Mr. White on the field to get a chance to kick the ball, they're going to let him and not rush the kick. So that there's not any risk. News kick taken by number 18. That's Wyatt Beauchemin. Ball came out, but I think he was down before the ball came out.
Yeah, it's going to be White possession. And again, they're getting decent start, about 35-yard line. So we'll see if they can march. They had a nice little drive going their first possession. So let's see if they can duplicate that.
Yep.
And that's a heartwarming story. And that that young man's. They've, but there's, like Adam Perry's, 20 years, 20 years. 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 20 years they worked out a deal. Hey, we
Yep.
won't rush him.
Yep.
We want the kid to have a joy of being part of something.
And I had the honor of being with both coaches when they were talking about a pregame, and both of them said there's many more important things about high school football than winning and losing.
That's right.
And that's one of the important things. Snap back to Caforio McGee. He hands it off to Mr. Alston, who charges up the middle, picks up about 3 yards.
Yeah, I saw him on film last week's game, and he's the real deal. He's if he gets in the open,
I'll tell you what, that run he had in that first drive where he planted his right foot and cut back to the left against the grain.
Well, that's
that's something
instincts, but
yep.
that's all athlete. Now they've got him spread out here, so he's probably a deep receiver too.
So he's got 3 to the left, 1 to the right, single back in the backfield with Caforio McGee. Flushed out of the pocket, takes off to the right-hand side, has lots of room up the sideline. He's going
to get a first down.
Pick up the first down. That was Caleb Long who came in off that left end, forced him out of the pocket. With the receivers going deep, defensive backfield bailing out, giving him plenty of room to pick that up.
And he shows some speed there too.
Yep.
He's got some nice wheels there, and again, he didn't do getting crazy. You run, get your first down, line up for the next play.
So that gives the Cougars 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Alston goes motion to the left, handoff, faked handoff. Caforio McGee pulls it out, and he's off to the races down the right-hand side. One man to beat, steps out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
That was a nice play. He faked them. That was really nice ball faking. He had everybody caught off guard on that one. Nice play.
Yep, and nice decision to step out of bounds and not take the hit.
Yeah,
yep.
He's showing a lot of poise for a sophomore.
Yep. So Cougars again drive into Slater territory. They're down to the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. 2:49 left to go here in the first period. Fairhaven's been in the end zone twice. Cougars had a first drive on their first possession, stopped by the Slaters at about this point. So hopefully Cougars are going to look to drive down a little bit more here. Caforio McGee again in the shotgun. Got 3 out to the left. Nice little swing pass out here. That goes through the hands of number 8. That's Isaiah Streeter. Goes incomplete.
And as they say, every time you throw the ball, 3 things happen. 2 of them are bad, and that was one of the bad.
That was one of them.
Just couldn't corral it in. So
kind of had his feet a little bit twisted around. He was kind of running backwards, sideways,
he was. But it happened.
So that brings up now 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. But they're showing a lot of nice variety.
Yes, they are.
They're running up the middle.
Mixing it up a little bit.
Yep.
He's got some weapons here. So. And a nice little quarterback.
And a team that's confident. I asked Coach Adam Perry, what do you expect from Mansfield? He said, I expect them to come in confident. Had a nice win against North Country. North Country was a playoff team last year.
Yeah, they, and a big win for them. Now they grow a little muscle, and, you can duplicate it.
Yep. So they're going to go up-tempo here a little bit. Little short, direct snap to Alston. Nice play up the middle. Nice call by Coach Rando.
Yeah, little wildcat there, direct snap.
Caforio McGee faked the bad snap over his head.
Yeah, they
picks up the first down.
First down.
We're marking down about the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. They're moving the chains. Looking to get on the board before the end of this first quarter. Caforio McGee again has Austin Solo in the backfield. Nice little out throw. He's going to throw a flag on the interference. Gutel got there a little bit early. Pass was intended for number 3, Nathan Fulham. I think he had a little bit of a hook on that right hand.
Yeah, he just got there just a touch too early.
Pass interference on the defense. That'll again give the Cougars now 1st and goal. Again, got the ball out quick.
Yeah,
Gutel had good coverage. I mean, I think he got the hook in there a little bit.
Yeah, got there a little too quick.
So they'll go half the distance. give the Cougars now 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
Actually, they can get a first down, Jack. They're about,
Oh, that's not automatic.
no.
Okay.
It's 2nd down or 1st down and 5,
Gotcha.
and they could still get a first down.
Coforio McGee again swings it out to Alston. Couple Slaters out there.
Oh,
Nice job by Anthony Szabo slowing it up.
Anthony Szabo was the guy that got him to slow up, and then
Caleb Long.
So
Caleb Long came in, make a nice open field tackle.
So that was good pursuit by the defense. So
Play's going to lose a couple yards for the Cougars. Bring them now.
Second
and about 8. Yep. I haven't talked about the Cougars line much, but they're doing a nice job.
Yeah, nice job. Well, that quarterback, I mean, he doesn't hold it too long. He gets it out of his hands, so that gives more confidence to the offensive line.
Coforio again, McGee again finds Fulham open over the middle. It's going to be brought down.
That's going to be close to a first down. The number 4
Hurtel
slipped there. That hurt
tackle,
a little bit, and he hit this big number 3.
Fulham had a lot of space at that point, but the Slaters closed on it pretty quickly. 3rd and 2 now. Coforio McGee again in the shotgun with Alston to his left. Oh, there's that little quick snap, that direct snap again. I bought the fake on that one, Coach.
Yeah.
Slaters were a little more ready for that one. I think that's going to be close.
It is. They're going to call it 4th down.
About 4th and 1. About the 4-yard line. This first night, it feels like fall football, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, the weatherman said it was going to be like this. So.
Yep. So now here's the Cougars again, 4th and 1 from the Slater 4-yard line. Checking with Coach Rando.
I think the clock's going to run out.
Let that run out and go the other way.
Yeah, they go over there and talk over the right play.
So a nice quarter. Both teams moving the ball well. Both
offenses looks
making
good
plays
on both sides.
Yep.
So, they have to shore up the defense on both sides, and let's see if they can make their adjustments there. But offensively, they both move the ball well, and see if they can capitalize and get a score here.
So one of the things, Coach, this is a realignment year. Am I correct in that?
Yeah.
So we've had some folks moving around.
Mm-hmm.
I know Brattleboro's here next week.
Yes.
The Bears. I'm going to have to really struggle to call them the Bears.
Bears, not the Colonels.
Well, I'm going to have to. I'll work on that.
Yeah.
That should be a good football game.
Yeah, very good.
Trying to think of some of the other movement that has happened with some of the other teams in Division II or out of Division II.
Well, of course, Hartford went from Division I to Division II, and
they had always, for decades, have been a Division II size school.
They're a Division II school, and that's why they did it. They said, we're Division II, we're going to play to Division II.
Yep, and Mike Stone was the coach there for a long time.
Yeah.
And was very successful there with probably one of the smaller programs in the division.
Yeah.
Coach Matt Trombley now doing a nice job. Yeah. So them coming down is kind of fair.
Yeah. And Bellows Falls was always in Division II. They're now in Division III. They're a Division III school, so they decided they're going to play Division III football. So.
Then Fairhaven, in fairness, always petitions to come up. So
they're a Division
III size school. So now here are the Cougars, 4th and 1. Coforio McGee fakes the handoff again. Nice play. Finds the hole to the right side. Goes in untouched to the end zone to make the score now 14-6 with 4 seconds gone in the second quarter. Another nice drive.
Another nice little fake there. They show just a little bit of toss to number 0, and he kept the ball. And that was a nice looking play. That's a nice drive. Finished off a nice drive.
Nice answer. So Nicholas Nadal, the snapper, is going to snap it back to number 11, Jake Lorenzini. And Max White is to kick for the Cougars. Whistle blows that dead before the snap.
I have no idea.
Conversation between the referee and the umpire.
He showed. It's a legal procedure
on the defense.
on the defense.
Encroachment of some sort, something. So that's going to move it half the distance to the goal line. Makes this kick 1.5 yards shorter for Max White. Drives it through the end. The kid can kick.
Yeah, nice little kicker there. Yep.
Got the Mount Mansfield spotters coaching. He said that might have been good from 25. That was a nice kick.
Yeah, a nice kick. Yeah, he hit it, stroked that nicely.
Yep. So with that extra point, makes it now 14-7 Slaters. And if we want to go back and forth like this all night, Coach, let them go.
Yeah, there. Well, they'll make adjustments, I hope, and they'll, you know, maybe can shore up their defenses, but we'll see how it goes.
So number 54, Grayson Hebert, the kicker for the Cougars, had to go fetch the ball down in the end zone. So he sprinted down to the end zone, grabbed the ball, sprinted back, and now he's ready to kick it off to get himself a little bit warmed up.
Yeah.
Going to opt to put it over here on this near hash mark. Got number 33 again deep for the Slaters is Colin Boudreau. Number 6 is Caleb Long.
Now
number 4, Mason Goutel.
And his first kickoff went short.
Went short and
went
Webb
to
had
the
a
upman, and they got a nice return out of it. So let's see if I don't know if they do that on purpose or he just haven't developed.
A little pooch kick there.
Yeah.
Nicely fielded.
Nice.
Easton Adams, nice job catching that from the front line, going back and cradling that and going to the ground. Nicely fielded. Never an easy thing to do.
No, he made a smart move. They didn't try to field it, just got it, covered it up, and you know that gives them good fielding.
Yep.
You know, the onside kicks. That's a mistake some players make where they try to pick it up and try to run with it, and the next thing you know, they fumble it again, and so he did a nice job of covering that up.
So the Slaters get the 55-yard field as a result of the short kick. Sam Cahill goes in motion, hands it off to him on the jet sweep around to the right side. Lowers his shoulder, picks up about 8 into Cougars territory. Finally brought down by number 0, Mike Alston. Make it 2nd, and let's call it 9 for the Slaters as they move into Cougar territory. They do a couple of nice weapons. The way Dutel runs that jet sweep, the way the Sam runs that jet sweep.
Yeah, that's and they got some inside runners too. I mean, number 6 and number 46. We only seen him touch one. He got a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a pretty good average.
He can run it up inside.
Snap back to Adams in the shotgun. He hands it off to Long. Makes his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Stood up there by a group of Cougars. Might lose half a yard.
Yeah, that's going to be about 2nd, a long one.
Marker's got it as 3rd. It is in fact 3rd. With first down was the jet sweep, and now so the Slaters looking at 3rd and call it 8. Jackson Beckwith over the ball. Cody Adams from the shotgun has Caleb Long to his right. 3 receivers to this near side. Adams drops back, taking his time, throws it over the middle. That goes through Goutel's hands. A little bit high, went up for it nicely. Catchable ball, but through his hands. That'll bring up now 4th and 2 for the Slaters. As you say, here comes Jonathan Hutchins back in.
Yeah, I got a feeling we might see 46 run the ball here, so.
Or at least follow him.
Or follow him.
I'll follow him, Coach.
I question, yeah. This should be.
Slaters pack it in. They've got Goutel on this wing. Turns hands it off to Jonathan Hutchins, like you said. Batters his way, 6-yard pickup. Nice run.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not just a plugger. He runs hard.
No, he runs hard, and he's got some decent speed, too, for this, you know, the size and build. I say him showed some wheels against Hartford on a nice little screen pass here the first week. So,
nice quick feet on that run.
Yeah.
Picks up this first down for the Slaters.
Nothing fancy. Right straight ahead. Does his job. You need a first down.
Adams under center has Hutchins and Long in the backfield. Nice handoff to Caleb Long up the middle. That's going to pick up 6 or 7 yards. Slater offensive line making some nice holds.
I see 55 right down where they made the tackle. So he's getting off the ball and, you know, getting downfield. So that's
Tommy Buxton getting a nice job.
Buxton, yeah.
Filling in. Seth Zahar went down with a leg injury against Hartford. He's going to be out for a little bit. Coach Perry talked about what a nice job Tommy's done filling in so far. And that's kind of the way it's been, he said, with the line. It's the next man up, steps up, and whoever needs to cover, covers.
A little timeout here.
Officials timeout. I think they need Trainer on the far sideline. Mr. Finnegan's going to jog his way over there. Great resource Mike Finnegan is.
Yes, he
has been for a long time.
Yeah.
Has a great relationship with the kids.
And they trust him.
Yep.
You know, they know he's not gonna. If he says you can't go, you can't go. He's not gonna rush anybody. He does it. He's a professional and he does it right.
Yep. And then sometimes parents might not be happy with that.
But
he's got big shoulders. He knows that's how that goes. Adam sends Gutell in motion to the right. Quick pitch out to Caleb Long. Follows the blocks that way. This is going to go for a touchdown. Boy, Caleb Long puts on some speed there.
Yeah.
Nice run. Nice run. Got the blockers out in front of him. Had Sam on that right side.
And Caleb, for his size and build too, he's got some good speed too. So I mean, that's, you know, if he gets the block and gets outside, he can.
So again, the weapons having a variety of things that they can do.
Yeah. That was a nice drive for the Slaters. So here we go. You could see this could turn out to be a nice offensive shootout. And
Grady New's kick is good through the uprights. Again, Jackson Beck with the snap. Anthony Zabo with the hold. You know, you kind of overlook that part, but how critical that is. That snap, that hold.
I mean, a good kick starts with the center.
Yep.
He's got to get a good snap back, good hold, and, you know, a lot of things can go wrong in just a simple extra point kick. But Brady is a ex-soccer player that came over to football this year. So, you know, that's the first thing I asked him when he decided he wanted to play football. Can you kick?
There you go.
And so he's turned out to be their kicker. And he's turned out to be a nice wide receiver. He's been a pleasant surprise to this Slater team.
And Coach Perry talked about he picked up 2 more kids this week, so his numbers are up to 41.
Yeah.
A lot of times you don't see that with a team that starts out 0-2. You don't have a whole lot of experience of picking kids up when you start up 0-2. I don't think, Coach.
No, you don't. You know, they don't. But you know, Fairhaven football's got a strong tradition, and, you know, over the years they've been successful, and that one may go out of bounds.
And it will.
Yeah. So he'll either quick it over or he'll take it on the 35. We'll see what the coach.
Tried that directional kick. Got a little bit too much into it.
Looks like he's going to take it on the 35.
Which, if you get that directional kick to work, it works. 35s, I bet that's fairly close to an average starting spot anyway.
Well, when you're coaching high school football special teams, especially the kickoff, if you can hold your opponent, you know, 30 or longer, you've done a good job. So 35 isn't a bad spot. So it's not. But,
so now the Cougars look to answer back to the Slaters from their own 35-yard line. Comes Caforio McGee in motion. James Caforio McGee, the quarterback, on the quarterback keeper. It's going to be brought down by Jerry Kirby in the backfield. That's going to lose a yard or 2.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Went down when he needed to because Sam Cahill was coming like a missile to finish that one off.
Yeah.
They're going to give him forward progress back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
See, Cody Adams is now playing defensive end. That was something Coach Perry had hoped to avoid a little bit.
Yeah.
Cody did a great job the past 2 weeks. He needed to play that defensive end spot. Took a bit of a beating. Nice little screen here. Yep, there's Austin in the screen. Yep, his flag came out for that hold. Yep.
Well,
nice
I think we
throw to Alston. Nice job on the screen, Cody. They kind of had that green light to go. Dropped it over his head to Alston. Picked up about 12 yards, but the flag's going to bring that back on a hold.
Yeah, it looked like they might have been a little block in the back there too. So I mean, but that was well faked. The fake was awesome, and that was a nice looking play.
Very well executed play.
This team's they're smooth offensively. I'm impressed with how they can move the ball. In the first two games that I've seen both games, and they definitely throw the ball better than what I've in the first two games. They got a nice attack here. They're real deal.
Tanner Raymond checks in for the Slaters on the defensive line. Jerry Kirby comes out. Fulham goes in motion to the right. Coforio McGee. Oh, nice little
hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder. Yep. And off goes Mr. Alston to the races. Anthony Zabel's not going to give it up, but he's not going to get there.
Oh.
We've got a flag on the field in the background. I don't think Coach Rando's happy with that.
No.
A beautiful executed play. They sent the motion man, connected it to him. Alston had lined up on that side. Beautiful hook and ladder. If you want to see how it works, folks, that's how that works.
That was work to perfection. That was work to perfection. And that's another thing about when you start getting a little confidence, you're going to come down, throw the kitchen sink. What do we got to lose? This is defending state champ we're up against. We've got a nice win. Let's go down there and just
illegal shift.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, but it's part of the game.
Right, am I correct in that signal? It's illegal shift?
Yeah, I think you are, Jack.
Going back to
it was thrown on the other. It was thrown over the other side.
Yeah.
So I think it'll probably be a 5-yard penalty. So.
The motion man. Interesting. Have to check the film on that one to see exactly what happened with that one, Coach. But bad break for the Cougars. Lucky break for the
good break for the Slaters.
Slaters.
So let's see if they. And I see the coaches were kind of getting after some of the Slater defenders. But
there were some conversations about that one.
You know, that's sometimes you tip your hat to the other coach. That was a great call, and the play worked to perfection other than the penalty.
So
I don't think they worry about being, 2nd and 25. I think they feel, they can get a first down out of this.
These trips. Here comes Austin. Nice job, nice job. Sam Cahill came and Mr. Austin wanted to find some space. Sam broke down, kept him from.
Got a little piece of him, but made him stop, and the other two Slaters rallied to him. But
right, his job is keep that inside and wait for the cavalry to come.
Yep, exactly.
Nicely done, squared up, broke down. Kind of how you draw that up.
Yeah. Oh yes, exactly.
Yep. The kid really is. It's a special talent. I mean,
he's explosive. He's one of these. That's one. That could be picked. Ooh.
Coforio McGee intended for
number 11.
Brother Coforio McGee. Yeah. James, the quarterback, to Jake, the receiver. Just a touch overthrown.
Yeah, just a finger tipper. That was almost connected too, and he closed ground on that ball pretty quick too. I thought Sam was going to be able to get over the top of him, and he was right there with Sam. He had a chance. Yeah.
Cougars punt by number 9. Did I see that right? Maybe I missaw that. Maybe that was Fulham. I think on the block on the screen was a block in the back. Yes, I think the penalty on the touchdown play was an illegal shift. Was the motion that he gave, if I understood that correctly. So the punt goes out of bounds. Slaters will have the ball at their own 43-yard line. 7:02 to go in the first half. Up 21-7. and looking, the offense seems to have found a rhythm.
Yep. That's the first stop of the, well, I shouldn't say first stop, but that was.
Nice little counter back this way. Faked it to Sam Cahill to the right, and
Good looking
Gutell
little
back on the
play.
inside.
Got your 53 yards, but again, I think he runs that a little bit too far outside. If he runs that more into the tackle, I think you might have a nice lane there. But that's a common mistake. Non-running backs
Don't
do.
like, yeah, wideouts don't like to go in there a whole lot,
Yeah,
Coach.
yeah. Well, it's a lot. That outside looks much more inviting.
2nd and 7 now for the Slaters. Here comes Gutell again in motion. Jet sweep the other way. Gets the corner. Nice little ducks down in. There's going to be a flag on that play. He's going to bring this back, but he's going to get into the end zone. Oh, almost could have another one there. Yep, going to be another one there. Yep. Sometimes you got to just not throw that block.
Well, the one downfield is that's the one you just let him go. That's just
he's not getting
a little bit too eager. The one over here was, it's right about the line of scrimmage. That's the one that sprung him, and that was on Sam. That was on Sam Cahill. So there.
Mason Gutell, a nice job on that jet sweep.
That was a nice run.
Yep. But it's coming back.
It's coming back, all for naught.
So I believe they're calling 2 blocks in the back.
Yeah.
The one down the field was declined. The one at the line of scrimmage was taken.
Yeah.
From that
and that's
point.
the right call, because if you'd have taken the one, they would have marked it.
It would have been from that spot, rather than this spot. So the Slaters now 2nd and about 14 from their own 38-yard line. Adams again in the shotgun, has Caleb Long with him. Drops back, airs it out. He's got Sam Cahill over the top. Nice catch. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Call it the 27. Nice catch and throw.
Nice throw, nice catch. And then Sam's,
They just have a chemistry, the two of them.
Yeah.
Well, Adam talked about it. Coach, he felt so much more comfortable having Sam on the field.
Yeah.
Because he can make catches like that and plays like that.
Well, they didn't have a good week of practice last week, and I think maybe that's why. And this week they had a good week of practice, and that's probably why.
Exactly right. Another thing Coach Perry talked about. They went to LI. They were kind of not worrying about the little things. Not running full out. A little confusion in the backfield there. But Sam Cahill's going to find his way up the middle. That was interesting. Looks like they were both running for the inside handoff from opposite sides.
Yeah, that was kind of a broken play that they developed into a decent gain. And Sam showed some power there too, but Sam was in the weight room in the offseason too. If you can notice, he's a little more bulkier this year than he was last year. And that's just a good,
He's not huge.
No, he's not.
And he takes a beating.
Yeah.
Because he runs hard and he plays defense really hard, and so that's going to help. But he definitely his legs. He's built his legs up. Here comes that end around again. That's going to go.
There's a flag in there. I don't know what that was for, because there wasn't a lot of activity going on. But
that was Logan Knipes taking that pitch around the right-hand side. I think that's going to be another block in the back out there. I haven't seen the sign from the official yet.
He gave a one.
Okay.
We'll see just how big a penalty is. Stay 2nd down. It's going to be where they're going to mark it from. I think it was from.
It looks like it went from the spot.
From the spot. So it'll be 10 yards from the spot.
And interpret that signal for me, Coach. What is that?
Pardon me.
What's the?
I got to tell you, Jack. That's the first time I've ever seen that. To be honest with you.
Like a crackback kind of.
I think you might be right.
So 2nd and 14 for the Slaters. Hand off to Sam Cahill up the middle. There's some of that strength we were just talking about.
Then go down by the first hit. Get a nice, and that's good. They didn't really. Then try to get the whole thing at once. Try to get half of it and see if you can get the other half in the third down.
He doesn't seem to be favoring the ankle.
No, he looks pretty healthy.
I haven't seen anything offensively, defensively. Haven't seen anything where he's favoring that ankle at all.
Yeah.
Which is a good sign. So now the Slaters, 3rd and 6. From the 24-yard line, Adams takes the snap out of the shotgun, rolls to his right, dumps it out quick. That's going to be to Brady New.
Brady New.
He's going to pick up a first down and more. Brings it inside the 15-yard line to about the 13.
Nice little possession toss there. Not try to do too much. Just get the ball. Nice little short throw. Let the back pick up the first down for you. I like the looks of that.
Cody doesn't do much to hurt himself or the team.
No.
He seems to make good decisions with the ball.
Yeah.
He throws. He has many throws that he throws very well.
Yeah.
And just doesn't. He might not be able to carry the team, and he doesn't need to carry the team, but he doesn't do things to hurt, which is a major element for a quarterback. Turns and hands it off to Long. Ball's out. Still being kicked around. Slater's had a chance to fall on it. Being batted around.
I think it's going to be Slater's going to retain.
Blue got it back.
Yeah.
Caleb Long took the handoff up the middle, got into a group of Cougars.
He took a good hit there. Somebody put a good pop on him, and the ball popped out. Ball, security, I think they talk about it, or they do practice it every day, little drills.
But in the real thing, it's a real thing.
The real thing,
So now the Slaters, 2nd and 6 from the 8-yard line. Adams under center, turns, quick handoff to Jonathan Hutchins up the middle. Takes a group of Cougars to stand him up and bring him down. Picks up about 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah.
Slater's looking to get on the board one more time in this half. And so again, go back to the nice job that the line's doing. Tanner Raymond, Porter Silva, Jackson Beckworth, Tommy Buxton, Jerry Kirby.
Yeah, they've held their own. Even the first 2 weeks, they've held their own.
Quick pitch to Sam Cahill, lowers his shoulder. That's going to be down really close.
It's going to be close.
It's going to pick up the first down.
And I think he's got the first down. That's like George, the referee, says move the sticks.
So that sets the Slaters up 1st and goal from about the 3-yard line, if I can.
Scoreboard says 1, so.
I'm going by Mr. Laird, and I'm going to call that 2.
Okay.
So Slater's looking to add to their 21-7 lead here. 1:35 left to go in the first half. Adams under center, full house backfield. Turns, hands it off to Hutchins. Hutchins is going to bowl his way through for a touchdown. His 2nd of the night.
Yeah.
Ran through a lot of traffic, kept his legs driving. Nice run. Pretty much the signature Jonathan Hutchins run.
Jonathan, yeah, he's not, we wouldn't call him flashy. He's just, you need a yard, give it to John.
He's going to get you the yard.
You get it. As the old saying goes, you need 3 yards, give it to John to get you 3 yards.
There you go.
You need 10 yards, you give it to John, you'll get you 3 yards.
Jackson Beck at the end of the snap.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the bad snap. Anthony Zabo scoops it up. There may have been an inadvertent whistle there. I'm not sure. I know with the situation, with the kicking situation, I think it was a bad snap that got fumbled by the holder. He did the natural reaction, called the fire, completed the play.
I think they're just
they're gonna wave that off.
Yep, gonna wave it off. No points.
Again, I'm sure that there are folks who might be upset by that, but this is a great situation, giving a kid a chance to participate and doing what you need to do. So Slater's punch it in again. make the score now 27-7. Minute 19 left to go in the first half. And again, still with that variety of weapons. Jonathan Hutchins on the short dive. Caleb Long with some nice runs in there. Goutel really showing that he can run the ball on that jet sweep.
Yeah, and
Cody Adams throwing some nice balls.
Yeah, it was a nice, good drive. Yeah, like you said, nice mixture of plays. And
Brady New orchestrating the huddle.
yeah, and they're going to probably try to do the same thing. Try to don't just kick it straight down the field. Try to keep it from 0. That's probably a good move. And they did.
Does that directional kick again. That's fielded by number 18. A nice running catch over shoulder. Ball comes out on a big hit. That looks like that's scooped up by the Slaters.
Yeah, I didn't get the number, or they're.
I think it's Caleb Long, but I'm not. Don't quote me on that. Nope.
Yeah.
Number 8. That was a great hit. I didn't see who made the hit, Coach.
No, I didn't either. But
that was Logan Knipes that came up with the ball.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see if we got a Cougar injured on the play.
Yeah.
That was number 18 who fielded the kick. Made a great catch over his shoulder. That's Wyatt Boscheman made a great catch over his shoulder, had a nice return, and then took a hit.
Yeah, I didn't see. Somebody put a nice lick on him there, and the ball popped out. And, so it was a break for the Slaters here. Hopefully they can, maybe they can punch another one in. And hope he's
yeah, exactly, Coach. You're hoping.
You don't want to see. You hate to see the kids hurt.
Looking at his knee. Not going to speculate,
you don't
but
like
they're looking at those lower extremities. Yeah. And we've said it many times. If you're going to get hurt here in Fairhaven. Speaking of that, Dr. Dirksen.
Yeah.
If you're going to get hurt in Fairhaven. And Mike Finnegan, the medical staff, doctors like Dr. Dirksen, who for years would come out of the stands and help. Brad Berryhill.
Well, for years we had Dr. Dirksen, Dr. Rasmus right on the sideline with us, and it was a comfort. You had because they were good doctors.
Yep.
Wonderful gentlemen, and they. He's walking a little better now, so hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Still testing that out, but he's.
Mike will take good care of him.
Yep. So as a result of the fumble on the return, the Slaters have the ball. Again, a short field from the Cougars' 30-yard line. Looking to see if they can punch this in this last minute and 13 seconds.
Yeah. I wouldn't change, trying to get it all at once. I would just try to, take a few plays, try to, be a little patient. Minute 13 seconds doesn't sound like much, but
it's a great time to practice.
Yeah, your 2 minutes.
This 2-minute drill. Yep. Yeah. So Adams from the shotgun has Caleb Long to his left, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, drops back. Short little pass out here to Derek Webb. He's going to be brought down on a nice open field tackle.
Yeah.
Alexander Lovelace, number 23, drags him down.
Not trying to do too much. You still got plenty of time here.
Sent men deep to clear it out and then hits Webb underneath. Picked up 7 yards, bring up now 2nd and 3 for the Slaters. Clock running with 43 seconds to go in the half. Adams again has Long, swings it out here to Sam Cahill. Tries to move around, cuts back against the grain, finds a hole up the middle.
All right,
it's going to bring it down.
Clock will stop.
To about the 10 or 11 yard line.
Okay.
Going to call the timeout. We got to, I think Slater down on the field.
I think Sam's cramping up.
Cramping that up, yep. We'll take that.
Well, he's got a history of that. I don't know if he doesn't get enough water into him or enough mustard into him, but
I heard you guys you and Joe were talking about that. Yeah, I didn't realize mustard was the. I had heard pickle juice.
The pickle juice last week up in Linden. They called there was a first aid person there, and she had pickle juice, and because they were cramping up pretty good. But yeah, the new fad is mustard. So
So if I go downstairs and get a hot dog with mustard, that'll help me.
Well, you shouldn't cramp up.
All right. That's a tough spot. The thing about this spot is being right above the concession stand. Popcorn machines are right down the steps.
Yeah.
So Sam Cahill's off under his own speed. Now it's Slater's.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Adams again takes the snap, retreats. Was going to go.
Uh-oh.
He's going to be brought down, going to be wrapped up by number 54.
Yeah.
Not brought down, thankfully.
We got a flag over here on this side. I don't know what he's going to call. They might have grabbed one of the receivers, but
that was Grayson Ebert who wrapped Adams up in the backfield. Brought that play to a halt. Talking to Coach Rando, the referee is talking to Coach Rando.
It might be offensive pass interference. He might have. No, legal procedure.
On the offense, they're going to decline that penalty to bring up now 2nd down. And the result of the play with the loss.
Yep. Good choice,
Gonna lose
Coach.
about 6 yards. Offensive coordinator Hunter Muzzy wants to talk this over with his offense, see what he's got in his bag of tricks for 2nd and 17 with 20 seconds left to go. See Sam Cahill on the sideline walking around in seemingly a normal gait now.
Yeah, but they still aren't. If nothing happens this play, you can bet he'll be in the next play.
So we got 20 seconds left till halftime. We've got a guest coming to join us at halftime. Our plan.
Yeah, our plan is an old Slater. Just was part of his 50.
A former Slater. I don't know if he would appreciate us calling him an old Slater.
Former Slater.
Once you're a Slater, you're always a Slater.
Young Marty Vedsai.
There you go. Captain of the 1970 Slater football squad. Going to join Coach and I for halftime. Adams takes a snap, drops back, throws it out to Sam Cahill, circles back around, looking to find that hole. Gets it inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line.
I don't know why they're not stopping the clock here.
They did finally. I didn't hear anyone on the sideline calling for that timeout, but they stop it with 8 seconds left. Slater's 3rd and 8 can get the 1st down by yardage, but I'm not sure they're going to have any time if they just get the 1st down.
Well, they got 2 choices. You can go for field goal or try to kick a field goal or, take a shot in the end zone. Sometimes that's not easy to say, or, easy because, I'm sure Mansfield's going to, pack that end zone.
I was going to say they send the regular offense out, but that's the kicking team also.
There's number 16 down there with a bottle of mustard. So
there you go.
Well, they're going to try to.
They're lining up in a spread formation.
Yeah.
Adams in the shotgun. Caleb Long to his right. 3 receivers to the right. Anthony Zabo in the slot. Adam throws it across the middle. Oh, that's going to go through the hands. Nice throw by Cody.
Nice throw. He had him open.
Yep, Logan Knipes is going to regret that one.
Yeah.
But the good news is it went through his hands with 2 seconds left.
2 seconds. So they've got a chance to come back, try it again.
So we're talking about Marty Vinside joining us at halftime. It looks like the band is setting up to perform a little bit, so we'll have the band performance and then have a conversation with Marty, see what's going on. It's great to see folks come back. Like you talked about it earlier, the tradition of Fairhaven football goes back a long time. So now here with 2 seconds left to go in the half. Slater's spread now 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Caleb Long in the backfield. Going to throw that to the corner, jump ball. I think that's going to get, nope, it's saying incomplete. Oh, I've got one touchback. Okay. One was waving incomplete, one was waving touchback. Intercepted in the end zone. It statistically goes as an interception, but it doesn't hurt a bit.
Yeah.
Winds out the clock on the first half. Certainly an exciting first half, Coach.
Yeah, it was. It was an offensive first half. I think, they both moved the ball well, and, the Slaters capitalized on a couple of mistakes by Mount Mansfield, but they
benefited from a couple of short fields.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Mansfield, they're going to get the ball coming out. If they can get a good drive and get a score, they're right back in the ball game. So Slaters, on the other hand, they're just going to have to, continue to grind it out with some good offensive production. So we'll see what the second half is. I'm sure adjustments are going to be made on both sides of the ball. You're going to attack stuff that you've seen, and you're going to defend better stuff you've seen. So.
It was fun for me pregame talking with the two. I talked to the two coaches separately and then talked with the two of them together. As I said, they're both second-year coaches, very excited, and the two of them have built a relationship through this of mutual respect and talking to each other in friendship, and just a nice combative competition here with their two teams, two nice-looking football teams.
Yeah. It's I know the scores, they're up 3 scores, Slaters, but it's been a competitive game on both sides of the ball. So we'll see what the second half brings.
And I think Coach Perry has to be happy with the way his team has found their legs, has found their confidence. Yeah. They've held on to the ball. They've moved the ball with a variety of different tools.
Yeah, they've, it's been their most productive offense, this season. So, yeah, I'm sure he's feeling good about it. And they've done a lot of different things. So, they've run the ball inside, outside. They've thrown the ball with success. So, he's got to be pretty pleased. Yep. Now it's just you got to keep it going now.
I asked him, what's your goal going forward? What's your most important goal going forward? And you just talked about getting better every day, coming out, practicing with intensity. You talked about a little bit how this past week was a much better week of practice than the week prior to Linden, and it's showing on the field with what they're able to produce.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so they've looked. This is the best I've seen them look this year. So,
the line, as we talked about, is a rebuilding process, especially with Seth Zahar going down, probably his most experience and certainly one of the better linemen that he had. Jackson Beckwith stepping into that position as center certainly has done a nice job. Yeah. And now the Fairhaven Band.
Okay.
So I'm going to mute. Now let's let the band play, and then. So nice job by the Fairhaven Marching Band. Band director Samantha Adams. Nice job. I'm assuming a lot of those are middle school kids.
Yeah, they are, and they do a nice job. And it's always, like I said, the band at a football game just brings out a little something special. So you always like to see them here and being part of the celebration of a football game.
And working on formations and some choreography and doing a nice job,
Yeah,
and musically
yeah.
sounding pretty strong.
Yeah.
It's nice to have.
And they'll be, and it's good to see. Good to see.
Well, we've got a special guest. Barty Vinsai's here from the warmer climes, has come back for this is number 65. Do I understand that correct? 55. 55th class reunion, class of 70. Marty, welcome. What do you think of the football game so far?
It's been good, really good. Quite impressed.
There you go.
Yeah, Marty was, I was Marty's teammate for a few years. I'm a year older, but Marty was a team captain his senior year, and he was, and I also wanted to add that Marty was an excellent baseball player too. He was a career over 300 hitter for the Slaters, and he was a well-rounded athlete. So it's always good to see Marty and up here and healthy and happy.
Yeah.
He's living a good life in Hillsdead.
Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Hilton Head, South Carolina.
All the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
So Marty, talk about Saturday football in Fairhaven. I mean, I played on the Placa field. I didn't play on the old field on the other side. Talk a little bit about football in 1970 in Fairhaven.
Well, the whole town used to come out to watch the games back then. Of course, now you've got TV and everything. People
Yep.
sit home. I watched all the football games and basketball games from Fairhaven down there in South Carolina.
Awesome. And that's a nice thing to be able to do, to keep in touch and see what's going on.
Yeah.
But there was just something special about Saturday afternoon.
Yes,
So, I
there
mean,
was.
I love the Friday nights, but there was just something special about Saturdays.
Yep. Saturday afternoon, the towns would come out, and the field we play on was our practice field for the week.
Yes.
We didn't have game fields. You had to go. The coaches would put a crew together early Saturday morning to line the field. So you had to line the fields and take care of the maintenance, and then you get ready to play a football game. But on teams on fields that we played on that weren't very playable at sometimes. Sometimes you played in a lot of mud and wet, but everybody was in the same boat.
Yeah. They must line these fields with the laser, because ours are every which way.
Well,
Yeah.
that's because the field kind of went up and down and up and down.
The field was lumpy and the lines were crooked. Yeah, that was the way it looked. But like I said, every school was in the same boat. They played on the field they practice on.
So talk about some of your memories. What are some of the games you played, and who you were playing with?
Glenn Martell was the other captain on our team. Billy Canfield played with me.
Offered Mr. Canfield a microphone, and he declined.
Yeah.
Chris Burke played with me. Timmy Sharon, Gary Moore, Jay Wilson,
Bruce Cobble.
Bruce Cobble.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Lil Hutchins.
Yeah.
Hutch, last year when we were doing these broadcasts, Hutch was our camera person. Surprised he's not here. He does a lot. He's still involved in everything in Fairhaven.
I see that.
Yep.
I see him on the basketball court for
Yep.
the girls.
Yep. Does a great job with that. Again, people like that that's kind of the core of Fairhaven, is people who've been here their whole lives or a lot of their lives and still giving back to the community. But it's nice for someone like you to be able to keep in touch, like you say, watching the basketball games, being able to watch the football games and things like that.
Yeah, that's good.
And I don't know if they do this for baseball or not.
I think baseball's a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
I'm not aware that they're doing baseball. They've been doing the streams for the games for a few seasons. Dennis and I just started doing the announcing last year. The first game we did was the Polteny game. Coach Catman came up and joined us. Did you play Polteny? What recollections of the Polteny game? That's always a touchstone.
We tied my senior year, 13-13.
Ah, like kissing your sister, right?
Yeah, well, that was a moral victory, because they were always pretty solid down there. But that was the show where the townsfolk, you couldn't find anybody in Main Street, Fairhaven, and Polteny
Both
when
towns.
that game was on. That was.
We always played on Veterans Day for football, and baseball we played Memorial Day.
And Memorial Day, and it was Polteny against Polteny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Them were And Marty's 55th class reunion. He was going to bring the whole class with him, but the rest of them wanted to take a nap. So he was the only one who showed up. And so was always is happy to see you, Marty, and happy and well. So.
And you're welcome to stick around with us, Marty, if you want to. We're going to talk a little bit about this football game. It's great to see folks and have folks here. You're more than welcome to hang with us and
thank
watch
you for
some
having
Slater.
me.
You're very welcome.
Well, you're more than welcome,
and
Marty, always.
Best of luck to the class of 70. Hopefully you enjoy your reunion. What's the plans for the reunion?
Well, we had it yesterday
Okay,
afternoon
gotcha.
at Rutland Country Club.
Oh, nice.
It was nice.
How was the turnout?
It was good. I think we had 20-something.
Oh, good.
So, well, all right, folks.
Well, thanks,
Okay,
Marty.
Marty, well, thank you for stopping by, Marty. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Good to see you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, thanks. Travel safe home. So the Slaters leading 27-7 are going to kick off to the Cougars. Brady New punches it in the direction of Michael Alston, who takes it on the hop. Goes around to the right side, finds a little space on the sideline, pushed out of bounds at about the 38-yard line.
A burst of speed there. That's the guy, they've been trying to keep it away from him. They've done a pretty good job. But
I was impressed with how
control.
casually he handled that hop, Coach.
He looks like a shortstop, feeling one hopper there. He's got a nice set of hands.
So the Cougars will set up at their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
We'll see what kind of adjustments the Slaters defense made.
Number 7, Nikolai Nadal leads them out as center. David Kellner and Tyler Scott are the guards. Quarterback James Kofari McGee on the quick out.
Again, looks like they're going to try to come out and establish the pass. And then, like I said, he doesn't try to do too much of that. Nice little possessions throw. And
receiver on that play is still down, out of bounds.
Well, he got a pretty good lick on him, but I think he'll be okay. But that one stung.
So Kafari McGee, the quarterback, number 10. His brother Jake, number 11, plays wide out. Number 3, Nathan Fulham. We've seen some nice catches by Fulham. Nice big target.
Yeah, and I think that's him on the sideline right now.
And the back for the Cougars, who's had a nice night so far, has had a few nice runs, but for the most part, the Slaters have kept him fairly well bottled up. Had 166 yards on 19 carries last week. Mike Alston is number 0. Slater defense has number 26, Aiden Wilkins, playing defensive end. Caleb Long, number 6, is the other end. Porter Silva and Jerry Kirby are the tackles. Jonathan Hutchins, Anthony Zabo playing linebackers. Bryson Kelly, Mason Dutel, Derek Webb, Sam Cahill in the backfield for the Slaters, along with number 8. That's Logan Knipes. Still attending to the Cougar player on the sideline. He's off to the side of the field, but we're going to hold play until he's okay.
I didn't see who put the tackle on him, but it was a.
Again, a nice little throw, nice little quick out throw.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Don't try to, don't try to get it all at once.
5 yards at a time.
5 yards at a time. Gets it out of his hand quick. Receivers just sits there. He probably come off and pushed the defender up the field and just sat back and his nice timing. The ball's put on him pretty quick. So, again, I'm impressed with this quarterback. He throws a nice ball and And he's accurate, very accurate.
And their offense has been able to move the ball. They had over 400 yards last week against North Country, and they're moving the ball. Slater stopped them on a 4th down play in their first drive.
Yeah.
Forced a fumble on a kickoff return. But other than that, they're moving the ball. They just haven't been able to punch it into the end zone except for the one nice touchdown play. They've had a couple they've had 2 called back, I think.
Yeah, that one they had the hook and ladder got called back, which was a nice play, and that was well executed.
Good to see Marty at halftime.
Yeah.
It's always a great time, the class reunions as they roll around.
Yeah. I'm sure they had a 50th, and they I guess they decided to try it, 55. So that's it's hard to put people together because people have moved all over the country, and so it's all right.
So it seems you may be correct that was Fulham because I don't see him on the field at this time. So now we're back ready for action. Kafari McGee sets up in the shotgun. Has number 80. That's Alistair Williams. Oh, excuse me, I'm on the wrong side. That was quick out there. That was complete to Jake Cafario McGee.
That was a nice play. He shook off a tackle and kept his composure and threw a nice dart to his receiver. I thought he got more out of that, and he did. So now you're looking at 3rd down, about a yard.
At their own 44-yard line for the Cougars. Play signaled in. Number 8, Isaiah Streeter, now in the backfield for the Slaters. You see Alston's moved up to the slot here on this side. So quarterback keeper. Going to pick up about 3 yards. Nice tackle by Anthony Zabo. It's another nice saving tackle from Anthony Zabo out of his linebacker position.
Again, showed a little patience there right off the bat. Took the snap, saw what lane he could run in, and he hit the lane and did just what he had to do, pick up the 1st down. Didn't try to do too much with that. So they moved the sticks.
So now from their own 44-yard line, Cougars looking to get a drive going here. Cafario McGee drops back. He's going to throw that one, kind of throw that one away.
I think you're going to see a flag on that.
He was under some pressure.
And I don't see a flag.
They look to be talking it over. The linesman and the referee look to be talking it over. I don't know exactly what the criteria are for. I know it did not make the line of scrimmage. I don't know. I have the post in the way, so I don't know if he had a receiver over there.
Yeah.
But I think we're just going to play 2nd down.
Yep.
Coach Perry looking for an explanation.
He's just saying, where was the receiver? That's.
And so after all that, we're now at 2nd and 10 for the Cougars from their own 47-yard line. Snap back to Cafario McGee. Nice little pass over. Kind of threw it to the outside. Alston was going up the upfield, and Alston threw it to the outside. Incomplete to bring up now 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. That's number 0 on number 35 there. That's that could be a little advantage to Mount Mansfield. Anthony's a nice little defender, but
Mr. Alston can run.
He can run.
It's a nice throw. Nice throw. Just a little miscommunication. Inside, outside.
Yeah.
Scooch here a little bit.
He might have got rushed just a little bit on that.
There was some pressure from the Slaters coming up the middle.
Yeah.
Cougars have 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Cafario McGee takes the snap, drops back. Here comes the screen. Throws it up there to Alston.
Ooh.
Evades a Slater tackler. He's going to move downfield.
He's going to get the
He's going
first
to be driven
down.
forward for the 1st down. Nice play. You could see that setting up.
Porter Silver stayed home like he's supposed to.
He did, and he was in the area.
He's
and he's for his size, he's athletic. He's athletic. He has good feet, but he was not ready to tackle Mr. Alston in that open field at that point. Mike Alston's a nice runner.
Yeah.
Nice play call, great call in the situation, nice execution. They've been doing it all night. They've been making nice plays all night. Again, Cougars McGee is going to swing this out this way.
I think that's going to be the same, what
think
he's
so.
talking about. But they're probably going to say there was a receiver in the vicinity.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you can. Yeah, there is a receiver in the vicinity. He just overthrew him. But
in my short officiating experience, I don't think I would have called that. I think he had a receiver here.
yeah, he had him close enough. That's.
Yeah, I don't know if it getting out of bounds has any difference. Coach Perry wants an explanation, and he's getting a little bit more of a conversation this time. Let's get back coach stepping in and performing his role. Coach, if it's forward, if that were a backward pass, that would be considered a fumble or lateral, and it would be out of bounds and marked at that
And
spot.
he might be saying that ball. That should be, the ball should be back here if that's what he's. But I think he's arguing about. He didn't think there was a receiver there, but there was a receiver.
I think you can
close.
make the argument there wasn't a receiver in the area.
Yeah. If I might argue, hey, that's
it was
a backward
well over
pass.
his head.
That was a backward. Obviously, it was behind the line of scrimmage, so you can almost say, hey, that's where you got to spot the ball back here, where that ball went out of bounds.
So after a discussion amongst the officiating crew.
After all that, yeah, they're going to throw a flag.
And again, I'm in no way an expert on what the criteria for a intentional grounding are.
Neither am I. I mean, haven't over 40 years of it. You didn't really see, but if is it 5 yards, 10 yards? How close you got to be?
And I know I can tell you what the criteria on a Sunday because they talk about that all the time in the tackle box and making the line of scrimmage and all those things.
Yeah.
I can't imagine any of that applies in Vermont high school football.
No, it hasn't got here. Either as an instant replay. So but they, So
I think there's a better argument that it was a lateral than
I would say,
that
I
was
would
an
almost
intentional
say
grounding.
the
and I'm
ball,
not even sure it was a lateral.
the ball should be, I would say that would be the better argument. You're right. That the ball should be. I think they lose the down on that too. So.
Yeah, so on the intentional grounding,
And they lost it down. So it's going to be second, but see where they're that's
interesting.
Yeah. If I get a check.
And that's close to a 10-yard march off, though.
Yeah.
But I didn't see them actually march it off.
No.
Fascinating. Well, anyway, here we are, third and 20 for the Cougars, back in their own territory at the 47. Cougars McGee hands it off to number 8. Takes a hit from Mason Utel and then finished up by Caleb Long. It's Isaiah Streeter. Nice run.
Nice run. It was a good.
2 nice hits.
Yeah. So
that'll now
that's
bring
gonna be
up
a
4th and
down.
13 now for the Cougars. In Slater territory at the Slater 45-yard line. They're going to set up in punt formation.
Yeah. What I've seen for their attack this year, I wouldn't be a bit surprised they may try to do a little fake here if they see some soft coverage.
Number 1, the punter is Jake Cougars McGee.
Yeah. Ooh, that's
Whistle prior to the snap, which then sailed over the head. Cougars got a timeout called just prior to the snap, which was very fortuitous, I would say.
Yeah. The only thing they had going for that, it took a nice, comfortable bounce.
There you go.
But, okay, now if you're Slaters, you got to say, geez, he calls timeout now. Or maybe they didn't have enough players on the field, I don't know. But I'm thinking maybe a little trick play. They've been able to get a 20-yard game on some of these plays. So
they've been successful. They've done that little direct snap to the halfback.
Yeah,
They've had some nice gains on that.
So
the hook and ladder worked perfectly.
Hook and ladder was
except for
yeah.
So
So they may be just looking to, hey, let's do something. What do they got to lose, you know? All right, well, it looks like, okay, number 0 is up. So let's see if there's a direct snap here. I would be talking to my defense. Anytime you see that 0 on the field, you gotta respect him and say, this is, he might be getting the ball.
Better snap that time to Caforio.
Yeah.
Ball's going to be a low kick, a roller. Call poison on that one and get away from it.
Yeah.
It's going to be downed by the Cougars at the 9-yard line, so that's where the Slaters will start this drive.
We'll see what they can do with their first offensive drive of the second half. They're not going to have great field position.
It's the first time all night they've looked at a normal field position.
Yeah, yeah.
They have had, they've had an onside, a really nice return by Derek Webb to give them really good field position. They had an onside kick that they covered and had really good field position. Yeah. Some confusion right now in the Slater backfield.
Yeah.
Seems like we're not getting the play in, and so interesting
that
came from the
back
umpire.
Judge.
Yeah, interesting.
Illegal substitute.
Substitution.
Or 12,
they break the huddle at 12.
Yeah, 12 men on the field.
I have the golden ticket here for 50-50.
You want to bring that upstairs to the announcer upstairs? Yep. You folks at home, if you want to get out your 50-50 tickets, you might be the winner. Your chances aren't great, but, So that's going to move the Slaters back 5, or half the, call it 5, yep. And so now, Cody Adams with his feet in the end zone, hands it off to Caleb Long, off to the left-hand side, cuts it up. Picks up a few before he's driven back. He's going to get that out to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Yeah, gets him a little breathing room here. Second down. Gets the 5-yard penalty back.
Safe. I think this is perhaps an equipment thing for Caleb Long coming out, or Jonathan Hutchins comes in, Caleb Long comes out. Yeah, I think that back pad. So Jackson Beckwith for the Slaters over the ball. Jerry Kirby, Porter Silva, the guards.
There's still a little confusion in that backfield, getting people lined up in the right spot. He's going to get delay a game. Oh, illegal procedure.
From the umpire, I'm going to go with the center moving the ball.
Yeah. They were going to get a delay a game call. The back judge had his arm up, so. Pardon me?
Is it you guys talking? You want some popcorn?
So as a result of that penalty, the Slaters now look at 2nd and 15. Back at their 5-yard line. Again, Cody Adams with his feet in the end zone. Jonathan Hutchins to his left. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Drops back into the end zone. Throws it here. Nice little pitch and catch to Brady New. Wants to put the ball away. It's going to pick up about 20 yards. Nice little play there.
Nice little. Yeah, didn't try to do too much of it. Just threw it underneath, and they had some clearing routes there to push the secondary back, and he just made it here. I'd like to see him kind of cover that ball up a little bit more, but.
That'll be for the Monday conversation. That'll be part of the film conversation, I bet.
Yeah.
So Adams now with Sam Cahill and Hutchins in the backfield. It's Bryson Kelly out here to the, excuse me, that's Webb out here to the right side. Here comes Sam Cahill on the sweep to the left. Finds lots of room, finds the corner.
Yep, at the corner. And
going to get that out to about the 39-yard line, make it to 40.
Mount Mansfield did a nice job of, pursuing and running Sam down. So,
but just like that, they're out of the shadow of their goalpost and they're moving the ball.
Yeah, they got a march going on here. So, see if they can keep it going.
They see that they're flipping the guards. Tommy Buxton, 65, and Porter Silva, number 69, are switching sides. If I can discern a pattern, we'll see what that is. Gutell goes in motion. Snap back to Adams, gives it off to Hutchins. Hutchins runs into his own man, pulls forward for 9.5 yards. That's a heck of a nice run.
That is. Again, you know, he's not what you would call a flashy runner, but he just runs hard, straight up the field. And
ball security, 2 hands on the ball the whole time.
And say, okay, tackle me.
Yep.
And that's not an easy chore.
Nope. So that brings up now 2nd and 9 for the Slaters at their own 49-yard line. Again, this is their first possession of the second half.
Yep.
Putting together a nice drive. Adams under center now. Turns, gives it off to Sam Cahill. Off to the left-hand side, finds more room on the corner. It's going to pick up about 8 yards.
Yeah,
make it 10. First down, move the chains.
And I like the mixture. He's in the shotgun, then he's under center. I like that look. And that was just a nice lead with the 46 in front of you. So good blocking up front. And Sam hits the hole hard, and that's what you ask your backs to do. Just run with authority. Get the top speed as you can and hit the hole hard.
And again, it's a small thing, but it's a huge thing. That
Yes,
lead blocker. You know, Jonathan Hutchins does such a great job on that lead block. This one goes to Adams in the shotguns, hands it off to Caleb Long. He's around the corner, and he's going to get into the end zone if he stops looking behind him.
And they got a flag over here.
It's going to bring it back. Hold on the offense.
Yeah. 55 was out there, and I don't know if it was called on him, but
they collapsed that corner.
Yeah.
And Caleb Long did a nice job holding on the offense. It'll bring the whole thing back. We'll be 10 yards from that spot.
You got the ability to back that up or not?
So we're going to be moving the Slaters back. That'll bring them back to just into their own territory at their own 49-yard line. If there's a good side, it's the fact that that was first down. So now 1st and 20 for the Slaters. Brady New at tight end. Got Derek Webb out to the right. Gutell to the left. Sam Cahill in the slot. He's going to go long for Webb here. Nice job breaking that up by number 7. That was Quinn Shook. Nice job breaking that up. Had a chance to pick that off, opted to knock it down. Great play, great coverage. Nice throw.
Yeah, that
just
was
nice
lucky.
recovery.
That was lucky. That wasn't intercepted. That kid made a nice play on. Good defensive play. He did a nice defensive play.
Not afraid to take the shot at 1st and 20. So now 2nd 20 for the Slaters from just inside their own territory. Adams again in the shotgun, has Long to his left, takes a snap. Little slip screen again. Gutell's got a huge space up the middle. Gets a lot of it back, brings it back into Cougar territory to the 35.
Nice. That little slip screen, and he didn't, number 4 didn't do much. He caught the ball and just ran it up the hill,
Yep,
Let
north
them
and south. That
chase and tackle me,
That must be a point of emphasis from Coach Perry and from Hunter Muzzy, the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Get the ball, get north and south.
Get the ball and
because
get
we
north
saw
and
Webb
south.
do the same thing earlier in the first half.
Yeah. Get what you can get. Don't try to get crazy with it.
Much more manageable 3rd and 3 now for the Slaters. Adams in the shotgun, Long to his right. As Derek Webb out to the right. Pitch to Long, nice penetration from the Cougars, but there's a big hole up the middle. Caleb Long breaking tackles, finally brought down by Michael Austin at the inside the 10-yard line. Nice run there, nice 25-yard run.
That was, and he put a nice move on that shit because they had him in the sights there. I don't know what number it was. Had him dead to right in the backfield, and he put a nice cut move and turned on the Jets and just ran straight down the field.
Not dancing around, just getting north and south and away. Get to the end zone, young man.
And continues the
so
drive.
That brings up now 1st and goal for the Slaters, just inside the 10-yard line. Adams in the shotgun. Long to his right. Sam Cahill out in the slot. Brings Guttel in motion. Drops back.
Ooh, he's
A
well.
little swing out there to Guttel. Nice cut upfield. Bam, takes a hit. Fighting for more yards.
Surprised they didn't blow the whistle. Or maybe they did.
They did. It continued a little longer than it could have, should have.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
End of the day, that picks up a couple of yards for the Slaters. Not a whole lot.
No, they snuffed that out. They did a nice job defensively. Mount Mansfield did. They it was a little slow to develop. They read it and they came up. They did a nice job defending it.
Guttel looked to have a lot of room when he caught the ball, but they pursued quickly and closed on that.
Yep, they did a nice job.
Really, at the end of the day, picked up maybe a yard for the Slaters.
Yeah.
Adams now is going to go under center with the full house backfield. Long, Anthony Zabo, and Hutchins across the back. Turns, hands, keeps it himself. That's going to be snuffed out. Nice play by the defense.
Yep.
That's going to be Nicholas Nondal. Drags him down from behind. That might have been a broken play. The way
I
Cody's
think it was.
reaction.
It looks like he was just missed the handoff to 46, and you know, he did what he's supposed to do. You just
follow the convoy.
Follow what they got blocked up. But they did a nice play defensively.
Yep, nice pursuit.
Yep.
Penetration broke that. It was a broken play, but even more broken up by the penetration. Brings them back to the 15-yard line.
Yep.
And 3rd and goal now for the Slaters. Adams in the shotgun. Drops back. Looks to his right. Over the top, gets it to Sam Cahill. Tries to get up the sideline. He's pushed out of bounds at about the 7. And that'll bring up now 4th and goal for the Slaters.
I think Zero. He had Zero kept right in the middle of the post there, and but he's a little hesitant to throw it to him. Of course, he had Sam there, and I think he got half of it back. So
tough break on that play. Jake Caforio McGee's helmet came off, so he had to come out of the game.
Yeah, he has to come out for one play if you get your helmet knocked off.
So now here's Adams in the shotgun with Long in the backfield. Brady New as a tight end to the right, brings Guttel across the motion left to right.
Oh, he's got,
Sure does. Had Sam running the whole length of the back line.
What a play.
Caught the ball with his foot, dragging his foot to keep his toe in.
Wow.
2 flags on the play. I don't know if it's 2 holding calls or the same holding call twice. What a great catch by Sam Cahill. Had him all the way open, all the way across the back line. Finally found him at the sideline. Great job keeping his toe in. Again, for the Slaters.
Yeah.
Cody had him. That's the first time I've seen you really hold the ball like that. Ended up making a really nice throw. He threw a dart to him on the sideline there.
Yeah. He had Sam coming right over the middle there, but Sam kept running. So that's, if he had stopped, I think he could have stuck it right in there.
He had a couple windows there where he could have sat and, Yep. So the result of the hold brings up now 4th and 17 for the Slaters.
Yeah.
4th and goal. Again,
4th
Adams
and goal.
in the shotgun.
Yeah.
Derek Webb split to the left. 3 receivers to the right. Drops back. There's Webb wide open in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown and no flags, so that's...
Well, let's... Yeah.
That was a great throw.
Yep.
Nice catch and that's a confidence builder for number 9. He struggled a little bit last week catching the ball up in Linden. He had a couple of chances, but he's a new player at a new position, and so that's going to be a big confident booster to him. So.
Nice. He's had a couple nice catches. He had a really nice job on that slit screen.
Yes, he's had a good game
back
offensively.
Snap. Sabo's hold. New's kick is good. 34-7 for the Slaters. There have been 2 drives in this half so far.
So
Both
that
teams.
was the Slaters' first drive?
No. Wait. I think it was the first.
Yeah.
I think Cougars drove down.
There was 9 minutes and some seconds when when they got the ball to start their first drive. Now did that?
And that started at about their 5-yard line.
Yeah.
Came forward, went back to the 5-yard line. Came forward, went back to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, they were playing ping ball here, back and forth,
It was about a 120-yard drive at the end of the day.
Yeah. So, well, the good thing is you take a lot of time off the clock, and that's good for Slaters because this Mount Mansfield team can move the ball, and it looks like they got big play possibilities.
They do. They do. And I'm going to say the thing you never should say. We've had the penalties have had a huge, but they're what you expect. You expect a whole, a sweep. Somebody's going to block somebody in the back.
Yeah, I mean, high school football, there was always and somebody came up with a figure, but if your plays are longer than 7 plays or drives are longer than 7 plays, something bad's going to happen after that. So,
there you go.
It's nice to pound the ball down the field, but sometimes you can see where penalties, fumbles, and so I don't know how many plays they ran that drive, but they ran quite a few of them. But with success, that's pretty impressive when it's 4th and goal from the 17 and get a score. That's pretty impressive.
They faced a couple of 4th downs in that.
Yeah.
If I think about it.
Yeah.
The short kick from New was taken by number 11, Jack Lorenzini, brings it out to about the 30-yard line, make it the 32. Call it the 33. What the heck? Yeah. And so the Cougars will start from there. And again, like you said, Coach, they've been moving the ball. They just haven't had that out. They just can't finish them. They can't get the ball in the end zone. Part of that, not a lot of mistakes on their own. They haven't really hurt themselves a ton. So it'll swing pass out here to Alston. He's got a lot of space.
Yeah.
Nice angle.
Yeah.
Bryson Kelly,
well, that's the guy. That's the guy you want to get the ball to.
Yep.
And they put him in that number 3 receiver on inside of a trips, and just threw a nice, nothing fancy.
All coming back on a hole.
All coming back on a hole. So
this is the moment Sam Cahill just patted Alston on the head after that nice run.
Yeah. He probably says, I know how you feel, son.
I feel your pain, my brother. I feel your pain.
That's right. I know just how you feel. So, but,
And I knew I shouldn't have said it just like that. A penalty brings a nice play back.
Well, yeah, it does. I mean, it's, we all get excited for the football season, but, the bottom line is you're dealing with kids, and, and kids make mistakes, and in the heat of the battle, they probably just, instead of letting that defender go, you reach out and grab them, and the next thing you got a hold. So.
And I'm going to be I don't want to be remiss and not say these officials work hard.
Yeah, they
do. There's an incredible
do.
shortage of officials.
Yeah.
They need folks.
Nice ball.
Nice ball thrown out there by Caforio.
Nice
Great
catch.
High point the ball. What a nice catch.
Nice throw, nice catch.
Caforio,
and that was
McGee
pretty well
Caforio,
defended, too.
McGee. Oh, yeah.
That was pretty well defended.
Yeah, Logan Knipes was right in his pocket on that.
Right there. I thought maybe they could even have thrown a flag on him, but he, Logan's a great little football player and defender, but there is a little mismatch. He's not that tall, and I'm sure your coaches pick up on that. So let's, take.
Jake Caforio McGee was able to get that ball, go up for it. He didn't wait for it to come down. He went after the ball.
No, that was real. You could tell they've worked together, and that was just a great throw and a nice catch. Yeah, he went up and got it, and nice football play, well defended, and it was just a good football play.
Handoff up the middle results in a 2-yard loss for the Cougars.
Yeah.
Got a man down at this point, number 52.
Slaters
is Tyler Scott, the guard.
Slaters have done a nice job containing the run on these. They've had a couple, but all in all, they've done a nice job of containing the run. Pass is they've struggled a little bit, but you got to say tip your hat to this Mansfield offense. They got a nice sophomore quarterback, throws the ball nice. He's accurate and he doesn't get flustered. He seems very comfortable back in the pocket. So.
And he can throw a lot of throws. He throws the ball. He swing really well. He threw that deep ball beautifully.
And he's got some
Over the
nice
middle.
receivers, so
Yep.
they're going to make some noise.
And that's one
And
of the
it's good
things
to
Coach
see.
Rando
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about. Yeah, Coach Rando talked about this. He said, I said, what, from both coaches, what do you expect from the other team tonight?
Yeah.
And both said they're going to compete.
Yeah.
They're going to come down here. They're going to play hard.
Yeah.
They're going to play fair. They're going to play clean. But they're going to compete. They're not going to give up. Just seeing those, I've talked about it a number of times, I know, but just those two young men, those two coaches, the respect they have for each other.
Yeah.
It's really what high school football should be all about.
And, of course, the story of the young kicker there, that's a heartwarming story. I mean, we've only seen him once, but he's got
sure
a
can
nice
kick.
leg. I
Yep.
mean,
Yep.
so you're rocking a hard place because, line him up for a field goal. The defense is going to have to, you can't ask the defense to not try to block, so he probably just going to be extra point kicker.
2nd and 12 now for the Cougars.
Okay,
Nice little
see.
out ball. It's his brother. Oh,
he dropped the ball. They're going to call it a catch,
I
and
think they should call it a catch.
yeah.
You're going to say the
Well, and
ball
they'll
went out of bounds.
mark
Yep.
it where the ball fell out of bounds. Yep.
Which looks to be just short of the first down.
Yeah. No, they're going to give him a first down.
Yep, they're going to move the chains.
Again, they're coming out with composure, not trying to do too much. You're not trying to get a 14-point touchdown. You're just trying to move the sticks. I like the approach.
Again, for a team that last year in Coach Rando's first year got their first win in week 7, this team,
Oh, nice. Ooh.
that's going to go well out of bounds.
Yeah.
Almost looked like they were setting up that screen again,
They
but that's
said,
not what
and
happened there.
And Cody Adams playing defensive. He dropped into coverage. Actually, he picked up the swing man at number 8 man-to-man, so that was a good call on defense.
And they brought
and
the linebacker. Hutchins was part of that pressure on the quarterback.
The quarterback that was who he's looking for first, and say, uh-oh, and just kind of basically, let's go deep, throw it out of bounds, or hopefully my teammate can make a play. He shows a lot of poise as a seasoned veteran.
Mm-hmm. Again, drops back, being again chased by the Slaters. Still looking for that middle screen.
Yeah.
Can't quite get it to Austin. We got flags on the play. That's going to be ineligible downfield.
I think so. Yeah.
Yep, looks like
Yeah.
a couple.
Yeah.
That kind of looked to be that middle screen again, but when it broke down, I think people headed
Yeah.
downfield.
Yeah. Well, the middle screen, you still got to, yeah, that's what they're, I think,
I'm going to defend the lineman on that one, and I'm going to say when he started to scramble, they thought it was a
Yeah.
scramble, and they headed downfield.
yeah.
But again, a nice play call.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. He's got a nice, he's got some nice plays in his toolbox there. I've been impressed. And it's funny too. From coaching experience, he's got hook and ladder. They're really going to catch that off one game. But there's nothing wrong with going back to that play again. You have a tendency to forget about it, and I know I did it. I was guilty of it when I was coaching.
Most people don't expect it the first time. They're certainly not going to expect it the second time.
Yeah.
Yep. Again, the direct snaps to Austin in the backfield. Yep. I just heard Coach Heyer call out, watch the hook and ladder.
Yeah.
Here comes the motion man. Snap back. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Nice call there. Gets about 5 yards back. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10 now for the Cougars. Winding down to a minute to go in the third quarter. Slater's up 34-7. Slaters have moved the ball well. They've been in the end zone. I'm tempted to say they've had the game in hand, but Mount Mansfield's not backing down.
No, they're not. And they, it looks good on the scoreboard, but you don't really feel comfortable because it looks like they can score. And they can score in a hurry.
Little side screen out here to Austin.
Yeah, he's the
Finds
guy.
the corner, pushed out of bounds by Derek Webb. That's
Again, nothing.
enough to move the chains.
Enough to move the chains. put it in your playmaker's hands. You don't have to get it all at once. I mean, he's capable of doing that, but they move the chains. Ball's out of bounds. Okay, stops the clock.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the things to get you back in a ball game.
Yeah. I'm sure he'd like to score here before this quarter. That gets you down. Then you're down, you get that. You're a little closer start the fourth quarter.
James Caforio McGee
He's
takes
in
the
open. Oh,
little
nice. Ooh,
screen.
nice tackle by
tackle.
number 1. That's a nice open field tackle against a tough kid to tackle.
Yep. It's nice seeing those 1-on-1 matchups.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
athletes
Well,
like that.
I'd say one thing: the Slater team, the last year and this year, they tackle very well. They put a lot of effort into it. They practice it every day with them big donuts they have now. So you're not going against them, but it develops nice tackling techniques. So. But then it takes a kid. You got to have the will to come in there hard and low and to make that tackle. So, but they do it. They do it well.
And that was definitely one of the trademarks of that team last year, how they swarmed to the ball.
They swarm it down, yeah.
Yep.
You lost a lot of good leadership off of that team last year, and that happens. That's part of high school athletics. But I think
here's the line I came up with, Coach. I've been thinking about this all week. In the NFL, they worry about the salary cap. Yeah. In high school football, you worry about the graduation cap.
That's right.
Right?
Exactly right. That's well put. Exactly right.
A great group of kids, a great group of leaders.
Yeah.
Adam talked about it earlier. His captains, Gabe Batch and Max. He said they were so different, but they complemented each other so well.
Yeah.
The group policed themselves. They inspired themselves. He's got a good group that's doing that now. They're stepping into that leadership, but that's
sometimes
a learned thing.
It takes a little time to develop. You got to so you. But they've
got a lot of kids with experience. I mean, if you look across, Jackson Beckwith probably had the most experience. Seth Zahar also, he's out for the time being. Sam and his experience. Coutelle and his experience, Cody Adams certainly, Caleb Long, Jonathan Hutchins, the experience, but not really the leadership, and the leadership becomes an important part of that.
Exactly.
So now here to start the fourth quarter, snap goes back to the quarterback and hands off to Austin up the middle. It's going to pick up about 7 yards.
Yeah, that's a good little run.
So now 3rd and 9 for the Cougars from the Slaters.
Number 24 is a little freshman coming in here. Number 24.
Cooper Lewis. That's again, Coach Rando talked about his younger players stepping up. He's getting good leadership from his younger kids. His seniors are growing into it. Again, handoff to Austin. Fights his way up the middle. Picks up 3 or 4. It's going to make it now 4th and about 5 for the Cougars. At the 15-yard line. And again, they've been down a number of times.
No, they've driven Slater's defense has bent but hasn't broke too much. But no, they've moved the ball up and down the field.
Caforio McGee again in the shotgun. Isaiah Streeter to his left, throws it out of bounds. Incomplete over the head of number 1. Yeah. That's brother Jake Caforio McGee.
Yeah. Well,
and so the Slaters will take over on downs.
They drove it down the field with nothing to show. It's kind of, but that's the first ball he hasn't really thrown that well. But that's not an easy throw either. That 10-yard out.
That kind of flat. Yep.
Yeah, that's harder than it looks. But if anybody can do it, that young man can. I'm impressed with him.
So the Slaters up 34-7. 10:41 left to go in the ball game. Cody Adams under center. Full house backfield. Turns, hands it off, and here comes Mason Coutelle in a nice little cut and run.
Yeah. I would imagine Fairhaven now is probably going to get into this run mode and just try to eat the clock and not do anything too crazy.
Just grind it out. Again, they've been doing it all night.
Yep. Yeah.
Bryson Kelly goes wide to the right. Again, Adams under center with, again, the full house. Kind of staggered to the left. Motion from Caleb Long. Oh, excuse me, hands it off to Caleb Long. That motion was Goutel. Caleb Long's got a nice little run here. Gets it out to about the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. First down for the Slaters.
That was a nice run. He got outside. He showed some speed there. So he's that was a nice run.
And again, getting north and south.
Good blocking.
Yep. Getting north and south, not dancing around. Get to the corner. Get there.
Get what you can get, and if they tackle you, then just line it up.
And we know he's strong enough that he can run through people too.
Yeah.
Again, Slaters with that full house. Goutel this time. We got two wings to the right. A little quick pitch out here. Comes
nice
along
block
this way.
on 55 and
another block downfield by Jonathan Hutchins. This might go. Here goes Caleb Long in for the end zone. That's his second touchdown of the night. That's a nice run.
Oh, there it goes. He just showed he's got speed to break the long one. So.
Yep.
And I had no flags on it.
56-yard touchdown run from Caleb Long. Oh, now we got a flag in the end zone.
Probably over celebration.
Somebody having a little too much enthusiasm.
Yeah.
You mentioned was that Tommy Buxton with the block on the corner, the pole.
Yeah. Did you happen to notice it?
I didn't know the pole.
Oh, no, he came on, got a nice block, but. See. 62 pointed at him, so it's something I did, so I don't know.
Yes. Yeah. Mr. Beckwith made a reaction when the flag flew.
Yeah.
He knew he had done something wrong.
Yeah.
The referee.
Well, I mean,
like
I said,
about the situation.
Yeah. It's the kids. They get excited. And sometimes they do stuff that it's not the right thing to do.
Kids.
Yep, they're kids.
So again, the Slaters set up for this field goal. Snap by Beckwith. Hold by Szabo. Kick by New. Bing, bang, boom. 41-7 now for the Slaters.
Yeah.
So we'll be back here next week, Coach.
Yeah, we have Brattleboro,
the
Bears coming to town.
Yep.
And
Slaterbration week should be a lot of fun going in Slaterville next week.
So they're having a little talk. He admits it. He said I did it wrong. So so it'll be interesting to see. They've had a rich history of successful football. They are down a little bit. They've been taking their lumps early, but I think you'll see a good team come in here. They're a Division I school. They're going to want to come up and play well and hopefully get a victory against the defending Division II champs. And so we'll see what we get.
And it's not a team that we have a long history of playing, but there's always been great games, always been interesting matchups.
Well, I know the Ferry played them a few times back in the 80s, but it's been, in the last probably 10 years or maybe longer that they've 15 years maybe that they've started playing a little more consistently against each other. And they dropped down to Division II for a couple of years, and so the Slaters were going head to head with him.
Yep. The result of the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the touchdown moves the Slater kickoff back.
Oh yeah, that's
New punches it. Brought in by. This is Lorenzen. Making sure I get his name right. I'm sorry.
Number 11.
Yep. That's Jack Lorenzini. Yep. I knew I didn't have it right.
Yeah.
Jack Lorenzini.
Yep. Nice little. I noticed Zero wasn't back there. They're probably going to try to give him a little break here. He's
put him in the barn for a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. And that was a JV player that came down and put a nice hit on him. Number 2, Aiden Long. That's a brother to Caleb Long. who's pretty. He's on the JV team. JV team's been they're off to a good start too. So,
Coach
you know,
Barry and I talked about that. I was wondering how the kids were doing. He gave all kinds of credit to the coaching staff down there and the work that they're doing. How he appreciates Joel Perry, how Joel appreciates the time that they get to work together as a group.
Yes.
Here comes Hutchins up the middle. Could have creamed him. Ball's kind of thrown out of bounds. Jonathan Hutchins put the pressure on. Did a really nice job of pulling up on that. I don't know if you noticed that. Coach. Jonathan could have just crushed him, but he kind of pulled up and went by.
Well, I don't know if you know John, but he's a classy kid too. He's not a, you know, he'll play it right. He probably could have.
Yep. The result was the same. The ball ended up out of bounds because of all that pressure.
That was pretty decent throw. You threw that off his heels.
Yep.
He still got it down the field pretty good. I think you're going to start seeing some new kids come in, but here's this. This is number 2. That's Aiden Long.
Aiden Long.
Yeah.
So yeah, Adam had all kinds of compliments for the work that Joel does. They're very happy. They have a very full JV schedule.
Yep.
They're 2-0. Not that that's the most important thing at the
no,
JV
it
level.
Isn't. No.
I know I always told my kids we're not really here to win football games. We're here to learn how to win football games.
Yeah. Well, they do. I mean, they do a nice job, and every kid gets decent playing time. You know, they get them in the game. You know, they're happy that they get to play, and it makes for a nice tight group too. So, you know, if they stick together, they maybe have some success down the road.
Yep. It's important that they get time other than, you know, you're starting to see them in now, like you said. Aiden Long is in. Number 75 is Paulie Kuruyawa. I asked him, I said, tell me how to say it the right way. Pass goes off the hands. I think Alston tipped it, and then it went through the hands of Guttel.
Yeah.
Mason Guttel's played a really nice game. Kuruyawa, yep.
Yeah.
Just exactly like it. He said exactly like it looks.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's only a freshman, but they're high on him. I don't know if you saw any time earlier in the game, but he's been getting a little more playing time. So his days on the JV team might be coming to an end there in the next couple of weeks because they really like what they see.
Austin Williams now in at end for the Slaters.
Yeah, he's another sophomore. Has showed some, you know, he's got a nice sophomore group, a good young group. So they're gonna number 12 here.
Devin LaFrancois on here, number 12. Yep.
Yeah, he's a nice looking player too. So
snap back. Caforio McGee.
Nice
complete.
Catch.
Nice little tackle by Mr. LaFrancois on the sideline.
Yeah.
Closed on the ball really quickly there.
Makes a nice tackle.
It's going to bring up 4th and 10 now for the Cougars.
Okay, we'll see what the Slaters are going to. I imagine they might get some of the younger kids in on offense too.
Speaking of youngsters, Colin Boudreau back to receive this punt along with Derek Webb. Jake Caforio McGee to punt for the Cougars. Getting their personnel straightened out. Timeout. Get the personnel straightened out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Brattleboro coming to town next week. Then Bellows Falls.
Bellows Falls, Bellows Falls still a good solid team. They're playing Division 3 now, but
but you know Bob Lockerby's going to do what Bob Lockerby has done for decades, and they're going to run the ball over you. And
they haven't been, you know, you probably played against Bisbee when he was a coach. Same. Well, that's Bobby cut his teeth with Biz, and he's kept the same, pretty much the same.
Yeah,
you could pull a tape
pretty
out
easy to scout.
1990, and they say, okay, yeah, it looks just like it is today. So
but if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because they have been successful. Division 2, they've been successful. Division 3, they've been successful. They just do what they do. They get their kids to buy in. Their kids work hard.
Yeah.
They rarely hurt themselves.
Yeah. No, they don't. They're well polished. Always a well polished group.
Yep. Oh, that's a nice block there. That was Caleb Long came in and blocked that. I think he kind of wasn't ready for that one.
And that one kind of stung.
Took that right off his foot. Nice block by Caleb Long.
Yeah.
So now the Slaters again will benefit of the short field.
Hope he didn't dislocate a shoulder. No, he's going to stay in the game, but I don't think for long. I would think they might want to start.
I would think looking
Oh,
at
the offensive, yeah. What are they doing offensively here?
I see a lot of the same folks. I'm seeing Jerry Kirby. I'm seeing Tommy Buxton.
Yeah.
I see Paulie Kuriyawa in there. I haven't seen him earlier.
What you like to do is, keep. He's putting in some youngsters now, but the offensive line, you'd kind of like to keep that fairly. And that's.
Yep. Jackson Beckwith is still in.
Yeah.
Number 50, Jacob Jameson's on the field for the first time tonight.
Yeah. And 69. Don't snap them. Yeah.
Porter.
Yeah, we're a little.
See, I don't know.
I think it was an illegal substitution.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know that it actually was. I don't know. It's not. They didn't huddle. They didn't break the huddle with 12.
Well, yeah.
So I don't know what the rule is there.
Yeah. 69 came in, then he came back out.
Yep.
And then what's this guy throwing a flag about?
Oh, I think this is going to be a sideline warning, but I'm not positive.
Yeah.
So, the action on the field. Jackson Beckwith still in at center. Yep. Tommy Buxton still in. Paulie Kuriyawa now playing at the left guard. Jerry Kirby still in. Again, a really solid job by this line all night long.
Yes, they did a nice
Jerry Kirby,
job.
Porter, Silva,
Yeah.
Beckwith.
Oh,
done a
yeah.
great
I don't
job.
know how many yards they have rushing, but. Okay, there's Anthony.
Anthony Zabel takes a hand
Sabo,
up.
who's, again, he showed a lot of promise last year running on the JV team. He's not a big kid, but he's a heck of a wrestler, so he's tough. But he hits the hole hard and fast. Just what you ask for your running backs.
Yep. Yeah, sticks his nose in. Yep. Cody Adams still out on the field. Still got, as you said, Anthony Zabel, Jonathan Hutchins, Derek Webb still out there.
Seems to be, I don't know what the hold-up is. Get a play call.
Coach Perry was talking about the back judge and the time, and I think he wants to. Yeah, I think he's looking to get.
I think he wants to. Yeah, I think he wants to put a whole new group in here.
Yeah, because he just had Coach Joel Perry pull his JV group together.
Yeah, so they like to have Joel start calling the offense for the JV, so because they're not as sophisticated. They don't call as many as, but he does. He does.
Yep.
He does have just tries to make it a little simpler and they understand it better.
They're not running Coach Muzzy's offense to its full extent.
Well, they do, but he might call it a little more understandable. Coach Muzzy's can. I know. I try to read his eyes. Boy, I get mind boggled with it. But the kids, hey, if they know what he's doing, that's all. I don't have to know what he's doing.
There have been times when they're all looking at their wristbands, and not necessarily all the seams on the same wristband.
Yeah.
But you see that fewer and fewer times happening now.
Yeah.
So, let's go through this list.
Yeah. So you got number
Cole
7.
Cole Pomainville is number 51 as the center. Easton Adams now in as the quarterback. Hands it off to Evan Spanos.
Yeah.
And he's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, he's got that explosive speed that he just showed it right there. He got out on the outside and he just outran the defense. So that they like him. They just he just got he's got a nice little future. He'll be one of the top running backs after that.
So that makes it now 47-7 for the Slaters.
Yeah.
Beckwith again. Here's the regular field goal. No, I'm seeing.
This is the JV.
This is the JV team.
JV kicker.
Beckwith kicks.
Yeah.
Easton Adams holds. That's Devin LaFrancois with the kick.
LaFrancois.
Gets that to go through the uprights.
Yeah.
48-7 now. 8:05 left to go in the game. Not sure that's exactly. Coach Joel Perry drew it up that way, but I'm not sure that's how he wanted it to happen that way.
It might have looked like that on paper, but they don't always work that way. But he.
I think they were looking to get a little more time off the clock.
I think he was looking for him to, just get a nice run and, move the sticks. And but he's an explosive player. He's got a nice future. So. Well, this game is what the the Slaters wanted. They wanted to just rebound and get a nice win, and I know the score doesn't indicate what the team they're playing. I was impressed with this Mount Mansfield team. They did a lot of nice stuff defensively or offensively. They could move the ball, and they had a nice mixture of pass run, and they've
a nice variety of weapons.
They've got.
But I think they ran into a team with a nicer variety of weapons. That was on a roll tonight.
Yeah, they were hungry for
LaFrancois' kick.
Yeah.
Directional kick goes out of bounds. Almost got it to go.
Yeah.
So that'll bring it back out to the 35-yard line for the Cougars.
And it's going to be the JV defense. So. We'll see how they do. I see number 10 still in the game, but he's
Cole
a sophomore.
Belden.
He's a sophomore. The quarterback for.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
he's only a sophomore, so he could easily be a JV player. But I've been really impressed with him. His poise. He looks like a 4-year starter.
And I'm trying to get a count. I would say maybe 30, 35 kids, maybe. So they're not terribly deep.
No, I don't know if this is the whole program they brought down, but. It probably is.
Hands it off to Alston. Alston's coming to the near side. Yeah. Tackled out of bounds and thrown out of bounds.
These JV kids are another. They've tackled real. They just, if they can get to him, that guy, he's a speed burner. So.
Easton Adams with a nice solid tackle.
Yeah.
Using his friend on the sideline to help out with that.
Yep. So
we've got number 51 is Cole Pemainville again. Paulie Kuriawa.
I coached his dad, Rusty, who was
Rusty was
one of the best players I ever coached.
Yep. Tough as nails, heart of gold.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really good football player.
Yep. Number 25
That's
is
Connor
LaFrancois. Yep. Number 21 is Jake Webb. Short hop by
Jacob
Webb.
Yeah, that's
McGee.
Derek's younger brother. He's another JV player that shows a lot of promise.
Cole Belden in the backfield.
Yeah.
Mr. Spanos on the far side in the defensive backfield. Joey Rice playing in the deep middle, freshman.
Yeah, you're looking at the JV team right here. This is one that lines up every Monday.
And again, in the conversation with Coach Adam Perry, it's good that they get this time, but it's really good that they get that full game experience. There's a nice tackle.
There's a nice open field tackle by Cole Belden against, a player that's tough to bring down. And I think that's probably, they're saying, hey, let's just try to, that's not crazy. Don't throw it too deep. Just nice possession throws and get it to your athletes and let them just make a play for you.
As we've said many times, they've been making plays all night long. They don't need to change what they're doing. They just have had a difficult time getting it in the end zone against a Fairhaven defense that has played, as you said, bending but not breaking. Gave up a couple long plays that thankfully
they got a break on
saved by the. There's Paulie Kuriawa chasing down the quarterback. Finally brought down by a group of Slaters. Nice penetration.
Yeah,
that's going to be
Cole Pavainville and Paulie. Now they're going to take him out of the game. Well, now they're putting in Ryan Mulholland. He's the biggest kid on the team, freshman.
Cafario McGee drops back, throws that nice out again. Gets it to Lorenzini.
Nice play right
Nice
there.
tackle there again.
Just a possession throw. Let your athlete catch the ball and make a play for you. But nice tackle.
Colin Boudreau with a nice tackle.
Nice tackle by the little freshman. He's another one that, they're a nice playmaker from JV team. So, but they're showing a little poise here. They're not backing down. They're making, making the tackles when they, number 10 though,
They're not giving up. They haven't yet anyway.
No,
giving up any big plays.
No. The speed will be the.
Snap to the quarterback. He takes off on the keeper.
Nice run.
Nice run for about 10 yards to break up the first down into Slater territory. And so with 3:41 left to go, have to be for the Slaters to take a lot of positives out of this.
Yeah, I think he's going to put the smile back on his face. He's saw his offense, who struggled the first 2 games, rebound and really move the ball. I don't think they punted once tonight, did they?
No, I don't think they did.
And,
nice little hitch pass out.
Nice tackle.
Oh, nice tackle.
Yeah. Yeah, Cole, he's Cole Belden. He's a nice football player. State champ wrestler. And
okay, that explains that tackle.
And that tackle, he's a great tackler.
That was as sure an open field tackle as you have ever seen.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a takedown, just like,
There it is.
like he was wrestling it.
Again, this group is well coordinated. And again, Adam talked about the fact that they get time each practice, even if it's only 10 or 15 minutes. They get time to work together, to work on the things as a group. Oh, nice breakdown for there. Boy, fundamentally sound.
Yeah. Yeah, 12 got over there. He kind of got, but he slowed him down enough. So
Devin LaFrancois broke down nice.
Yeah.
Had himself in a good position.
Yeah.
Yep. But that time that they get to work together so that they feel cohesive as a unit.
Yeah. No, he does.
And he said they paid benefits. They've gone to other games and other JV teams, and the word
they
Adam
just
used
a
was
little
disorganized.
more. Yeah, they look a little more polished, and because of that reason.
Exactly. Yep.
A lot of these JV teams, as you know, and you're just kind of pull them together, and they get an hour to practice for a game, and they're helter skelter. But
the most time they get is when they're on the bus.
Yeah.
Nice handoff to Isaiah Street. He's down inside the 10.
Yep.
Nice little inside handoff. Nice little run
Nice
from
little
Isaiah
run there.
Street.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Isaiah Streeter. So Mulholland and Spanos come out. Paulie Kuriawa is back in at that defensive tackle. Snap back to Kaforo McGee. And there's Paulie Kuriawa making the play right there.
It didn't work. I work with Paulie there, so. And that's why he's, his JV days might be coming to an end in a few weeks.
Not a sad thing, Coach.
No, it isn't. I mean,
Good to see a young man.
You're
work into a position.
Yeah.
Ball's on the ground. Coach Perry talked about Jerry Kirby.
Yes.
He said he did the work in the offseason, came in, worked hard, earned the spot, his spot to keep.
And he's played really good for them. The kid, found himself. Now he knows he's a football player.
Again, Kafori McGee back.
Ooh.
That's getting pressure again by Paulie Kuriawa. Forces that pass, goes out through the hands and incomplete. And so as the clock winds down, Coach, again, a lot of positives for the Slaters. Mount Mansfield should not hang their head.
No, I would. If I was a
really
coach, I'd be. They saw a lot of positive from that Mount Mansfield. I was impressed. They, offensively, they could move the ball. They've got weapons, and that quarterback, he plays like he's a seasoned veteran. So they're going to win some more games this year, and they're going to they'll be a factor down the road. And
I
they're
think
pretty young, too, I think.
yeah, yep. And I think the Fairhaven got their legs under them.
Yeah. No, this is a
Talk
good-
about the score not indicating. The score against Hartford didn't really indicate
No.
the game. The score against Linden didn't really indicate the game because of the Fairhaven hurting themselves.
They hurt themselves. They're down, some players. But that, sometimes you just have games like that.
Yeah.
You just you go out and just stub your toe.
It's hard to draw. It's hard. That's a hard ride.
Yeah, and you just, whatever you do just doesn't work. And I've been on both sides of that realm. So this is a good bounce back, and this maybe get them some good confidence. Some of the players that made big plays today, that they're just going to make them. They're going to, they're going to grow some muscle, and they'll, it's just going to be. It's a good team win. So.
And I was going to say it earlier, but I didn't say it earlier. I'm going to say it now. Looks like we came out healthy.
Looks like yes. It looks like everybody's pretty healthy, and they should be feeling good about this. So.
I saw Coach Heyer after the Hartford game, and I said, "Did we get out healthy?" Because that's the key thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's they're kids and they're playing football, but you want to come out healthy, not only for the success of your program, but you don't want kids hurt. Did you come out healthy? That's always a key, because that really how much that controls things, how much difference it would have been if they were healthier last week.
Right.
So.
Right.
And even against Hartford, if Sam had been able to stay in the game.
Yeah.
So to the Cougars, hats off to the Cougars.
Hats off.
As Coach Rando said, they weren't going to back down. They were going to be competitive the whole way.
They can hold their head high. I thought they put on a good performance. I know the scoreboard doesn't say that, but I thought, anybody who watched this game saying, hey, this is a pretty good football team.
Yep.
And they're young, and they've got some talent there.
Yep. And you know how it works. It doesn't matter if you lose the first two as long as you win the last two.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. It's a long season. A lot of things going to happen, I guess I would have liked to see 4 there, maybe a couple more times for there. That young man has got the serious defect that, but he got it. He got that in the game. Got to kick one and showed he's got a nice leg. So,
Yep.
So.
So, Coach, pleasure as always. Look forward to seeing you Friday night.
Always
we'll
a pleasure,
be back
Jack.
and do it again.
And then we'll be back Friday night and see what the Bears have to offer.
There you go. For Jack Adams and Dennis Perry, I'm Jack Adams. Thanks again. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We'll be back again next Friday night. And again, it is Slater Bration week coming up, so there's going to be lots of things happening here. Monday, Saturdays, there's going to be soccer games, 2 soccer games here. Field hockey has a game. So check out Slater Sports. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we will see you in the future. Oh, thanks to Walt Ripley for doing the great work that you did. That was close, Walt. I hope you didn't shut me off. Thanks, everybody.